We are now live on the channel as Norwich are about to kick off against Watford in the Carabao Cup. Click on my little face just down here to come and join live, join in with the chat, or just sit and chill and get rid of that nonsense Sky Sports commentating instead. Get it out on the socials. Hopefully mic is working. Okay, let's refresh that. Okay. Why is that not working? Oh. Come on, working? Yes, no, maybe. Why is this being funny? YouTube Studio. Content live? Okay, that's not what we need. Just getting everything set up. If you're here, thank you for joining us. Welcome. Gonna turn the light on, it's very dark in here. Oh, that's a little bit better, isn't it? That's a little bit better. I'm just trying to get everything reconfigured, a little bit set up. Bear with me, the game's kicking off in the next 10 minutes. Are you excited? Any predictions? Let me know. Live. Come on. There we go. Oh, I should get that out there. Right, come on, studio, stop messing around with me now. Help a man out. Help a man out. Editor? Nope. Nope, that's not what I want. Oh, this is painful. Hopefully everyone can hear me all right. Hopefully everyone is doing all right. And hopefully we'll see a win. Because so far we have done 2 live streams last season. And we lost Oxford. And we also lost to Crystal Palace 4-0. So, so if we lose today, I don't want to say it's jinxed, but we're not far off. Escape. Yeah, I want to just manage my stream. What are we doing? Why is it not working? Refresh. No. Go back. Just want to be able to see the chat and make sure that we're all in good stead. Everyone's happy. Right, I'll just put a quick little edit out, and then we are good to go. And everyone has got my full attention. There it is. Just quickly add the little tags to this bad boy, and we will go to content live. Right there. That's what I want. I want this. I don't want analytics. I want to manage. This is what I wish to do. Right. Okay. So I think we're getting there. Norwich City, Watford, Carabao Cup. Save. Done. Oh, come on, we are slightly rushing. Right, quick update. We are now live. We're on YouTube. Everything is set up. Everything is barely working. We will get there in the end. But come and join us. Link is in the description for my YouTube channel. We are live right now. Right, there we go. We're done. Right, let's get the live stream up on Sky Sports Plus, where I will be not paying attention to the commentary because it's terrible. Anyone got any predictions for today? What we're thinking, what we're feeling? We're feeling confident, Canary fans. We've got any Watford fans in here who are just hoping to troll that Diallo ends up not quite hitting the ground running. It'll be fine. He's scoring the winner late on. That's my prediction for today. Oh, here we go. The picture is up. A lot of Norwich fans down at Watford today. Good to see on Tuesday night. Just going to quickly shut the window so the neighbours don't have to listen in. There we go. Right. We will put a game just there. And we can refresh that. That should be working absolutely fine. Right now, stream software. Manage. This one. There we go. I think we've now got it there. Elliot, good to see you, my man. OTBC, indeed. Everything, you hear me all right? You see me all right? Is it working all right? Let me know, mate. You're going to have to you have to do me a favour. You're going to be my tech specialist. Hello, NCFC Gaming. Good to see you, my friend. How are we doing this fine evening? It is boiling. It is boiling, right? God, not just me. Ah, we are good. Fantastic. It's saying excellent condition, but I don't know what that means. It could be anything. It could be excellent condition for Norfolk. We don't even know what the internet is here. Let's be honest. Can't wait for the game. Me too. Me too. I'm feeling, obviously, off to my left-hand side. I'm going to have to get used to which side we're all on. Off to my left-hand side, we've got the team. This is the starting lineup. An interesting one. Diallo is starting like I was hoping and predicted, let's say. But left wing back. But I think this is how we're going to use these wingers. I kind of thought he was either going to be in that Marcondes and Cernak role, using those wingers as centre forwards. Yeah, so what I'm hearing, NCFC Gaming, is actually Kvistagarden has only not started because he was sick. Come down with a bit of man flu. So we will see how it does. I wanted him to start as well, and this would have been the perfect game for it, let's be honest. So a bit unfortunate, really, that he hasn't been able to show up today. But let's run through it. So Dan Grimshaw, I think that's pretty obvious. Ever since we signed Vlahovic, it was clear he was going to be second choice, playing in the cup games and there for injuries. Let's be honest, it's better than Mr. Long. Medic and Darling, I'm happy to see them play another set of minutes. I think they've got legs in them. They'll be absolutely fine. And yeah, they're solid defenders. I want to see them really gel. Crescenian in at left centre-back. A bit of an interesting one from my point of view. Unless we are going for at the back, I think most people are expecting that he will be the left centre-back. We could come a little bit undone there, if I'm being honest. Especially with having if Diallo is to play left wing-back, it's going to be interesting. Kellen Fisher, good to see him getting back in the starting lineup. He's a great player, and we've got to give him minutes, you know. So that's great. Nunes alongside Topic. This is how I wanted it to be when Nunes came on at the weekend. I feel like we really lost Topic when he went off, and Nunes isn't that direct replacement. I think he's a bit more lined up with playing a similar role to Jacob Wright. So it'd be good to see these two lads getting some game time together. And who doesn't love to see Topic the tank engine? This man is a beast. We want to see him on the ball as much as possible. Schwaratau, we will see. We will see how he does. I think technically he's got it there, but it's just, can he kick on? Can he really get up with the pace of English football? Emi Marcondes, I really love Emi. You know, another free player, another great bit of business. So it'd be good to see him playing. I'm surprised Sargent's played, if I'm being honest. I thought maybe we'd take this as an opportunity to maybe play Cernak through the middle, or get Makama in, give him some time on on the starting. But we'll see. I just really hope that bloody ankle injury doesn't come up again. That is my only absolute horror. Funny if Diallo scores because he's basically signed for Watford. Yeah, I mean, we pilfered the man. So if he can get up from that left wing back and nick one in at the back post, I think we'll all be laughing. I've got it as my prediction: 1-0. Diallo scores in the later stages. That's what I'm going with. I believe earlier on my TikTok I might have said something along the lines of maybe it was someone else who scored around about the 33rd minute, but I'm feeling Diallo, I'm feeling it. Let me know what your predictions are for today's game. All of the lineups are now out, or the teams are now out. Sarge is just doing the coin flip. No idea who's lost, who's won. But it looks like no one's going to kick off. Everyone's walked away from the ball. We're not going to kick off. We're going to go straight to penalties. That might be a good resolution. I don't know if it'd be good for our hearts. It looks like Norwich are going to kick off with Sarge. So it is game time. It's the first watch along of the season. Thank you all for being here. Hopefully you enjoy. If you do, please go down and hit that subscription. If you want to join in with the chat, please do. Of course, it's an opportunity for all of us to have a chat while the game is going on, and enjoy being together. Hopefully celebrating a win, and hopefully getting through to the second round. Because who doesn't love a cup run? We don't care about the EFL Cup, Carabao Cup, Mickey Mouse Cup. Of course we don't. But we've won it twice. Why not try and dream about winning it a third time? Europa League football. Come on, let's go for it. And we kick off. Sargent all the way back to Medic, who lumps it forward. So all of those who don't want to see it knocked around the edge, we've gone straight up. And we have immediately conceded a throw. And that is why you don't just lump it forward all of the time. 2-1 City, Sergeant Marcondes. Oh, that would be lovely. I'm hoping you mean 2-1, we go 2 up, and Watford don't score until like the last millisecond. Because I cannot do another painful Norwich City game. I need a lovely, chilled evening with a cheeky beverage with all of you lot. And hopefully we see plenty of Norwich City goals. So Watford back on the ball here. Playing it around the back. Good high press from Norwich. Good to see nice and early on that we're... and Schwartau getting stuck in here. But he is skipped past though. That's a brilliant... this is a brilliant run from the young Watford man. Plays it through to their number 9, who cannot cross it back. Darling, calm as anything. Gets it to Schwartau, but he's a little bit stuck. Luckily wins the throw-in. A bit of a fiery start there from the Watford winger, number 66. We'll have to try and get the team up so I can obviously get some of these Watford names for you and butcher the pronunciations. As Fisher plays it back to Darling, who lumps it forward. That's a lovely little touch there from Marcondes, but unfortunately Sarge was running away from the ball. Didn't quite call where that one was going to go. So Watford will reset with their centre-backs. So nothing disastrous to start. Good to see Norwich in pretty high press still. Marcondes getting stuck in, Schwartau getting stuck in, but just it seems so easy for us to get passed around when we press. It's nice from Kresenian there with Darling, and Kresenian is definitely playing left centre back, so it is how it is over here. I've got to get used to these angles. It is how it is over here. It is exactly what was anticipated by the guys at Radio Norfolk and the Pinken. Topic plays it over to Medic. That's better. This is what I was talking about in my review of Millwall over on my TikTok. Need to see today Fisher and Diallo really pushing up and getting into space further up the field once our centre-backs are on the ball. And this is nice players. Nunez now takes the ball from Topic. Callum Fisher up in the attacking third, plays it back to Nunez, who stands on the ball a bit, finds Topic, who has gone for the socks down at ankle length, the bruise away. Now we are over Kresenian, who looks about as shaky as Bambi's mother on ice. Comes back to Darling. Do I think Sarge will go? I'm tied. He's played a lot so far. I feel like if he is going to go, it's probably not for another week, because I feel like if we knew he was going at some point this week, we're not playing him tonight. That seems silly. This isn't like FIFA where it goes, well, I've sold him, so I'll play him in one last game. I think he only goes NFC Gaming if we've got a good lineup. We've had good offers, we've turned down good offers. There's a ball lumped forward there. It's just a bit ahead of Kellen Fisher. Bit unfortunate that one as it goes out in the attacking third for a Watford throw. I feel comfortable that we might see him until January, to be honest. Clearly, certain clubs wanted him. They didn't want to go anywhere near 20 million. And we're not pushovers in the transfer market. We haven't been for ages. I hate it when people act like we are. If you want Sarge, it's £21 million. And you have to also donate £1,000 to the off licence down the road so that I can chip in. Thank you very much. We are here with Crescenian and Darling playing it around on the halfway line. Norwich enjoying quite a bit of possession here as Medic getting forward, finding Sarge in the attacking third. Now Nunez looking for a run, can't find it, goes to Crescenian, who's got an easy pass there. There he goes, off to Diallo, making his debut for Norwich City here today. There's a lovely little ball in there. Oh, Kellen Fisher nearly being able to latch on to the back post. This is lovely. I'm not getting ahead of myself, because this is kind of like Millwall. We're starting well, we're starting strong, good high press, good pressure in possession, finding some space and getting a bit more into the box today, which is good to see. As Nunez wins the ball back there in midfield, bit of a loose pass from Watford and wins a throw-in. So Norwich looking to still dominate the ball. Tell me, what about you guys here? So obviously a lot of teams having a bit of a surprising bump to the start of the Championship. Sheffield United coming to mind, Ipswich of course, who have already dropped points. Us of course. Oh, as Watford here are on the counter, I need to move my phone so I can see everything and talk to you guys a bit better. And with the number 66, who's looked really dangerous for Watford, fast feet, goes for the shot, Grimshaw saves it, it's near post, it's going to be a corner to Watford. Very, very impressed with Makunda, who if I'm being honest, I believe is who Watford signed because we signed Diallo. So please don't score, for God's sake. But lovely save there from Grimshaw. Bit of an easy one, but they can sneak in if you think the guy's going to go across the goal. Yeah, let me know what you think. Obviously, we've got a Championship opposition here today in the Cup. I quite like that. I feel like if we go and win the first round 3-0 against a League 2 opposition, yes, we should gain some confidence from it, but I don't think we deserve that, Whereas I think if we're able to beat Watford here today, penalties or not, please not goddamn penalties, I just feel like we can really gain some confidence before Portsmouth at the weekend. So, Watford corner here. Arms are up. There is. Ball in, goes very deep, and that sails over absolutely everyone. You could be 7'3" and you're not heading that anywhere near that. So, not the best from the young Ince, who's not so young now. I think he's about the same age as me. Feeling it in my knees as well. Jesus. As Norwich go with a throw in here to Nunez. Goes back to Grimshaw. Sorry, that was Crescent. Back to Grimshaw now. Crescent's looked all right on the ball. Don't want to jinx it again. He's looked all right on the ball so far. Jakob Medic just knocking it around here. So Norwich looking comfortable. Again, this is one thing that I spoke about on my TikTok as well in my review of the Millwall game. We've got to maybe not worry so much about playing it around the back. We haven't got Duffy now. We haven't got Hanley. We've got much more confident ball-playing defenders at the back. Got to have faith in these guys. We've got to see our players further up the field have faith. As Medic goes for a ball, and because I've just talked about how amazing our ball-playing centre-backs are, he has put it right out about halfway up. So thank you, Jakov Medic, for doing my absolute nut in. So Watford will reset. Still good high press. Marconde's getting up. Diallo very high up, playing as a left wing-back when we're out of possession. And that is a terrible ball forward, which Darling will leave and Medic will pick up. And Norwich back in possession. It's looking very comfortable right now in Norwich's position right now, coming up to about 8 minutes, or in the 8th minute right now, as Medic finds Schwarzau. It's a nice little touch, but there's no one there. You need Nunez maybe gambling on that one, but the press will continue, and we will continue to put the pressure on Watford. That's a nice pass there Topic couldn't quite cut it out, but Jakub Medic steps up fantastically, cuts out the attack. Oh, and nearly plays it through to Sarge, who was right on the back line. And the pressure from Swaratau sees Watford put it out for a throw-in just over the halfway line for Norwich, back in our half. So Fisher will take this, get it into Topic. Everyone's trying to touch Topic today. Bit weird, if I'm being honest. Medic goes back to Grimshaw, and Norwich are back. Reset. Oh, here we go. Darling, putting it out. NCFC supporter, thank you very much for the subscription, my man. Hope you are enjoying tonight so far. As Norwich, so far in these first 10 minutes, dominating the ball, slowly building up. I've had a couple little chances in the box, but no clear-cut chance still, which was a bit of a pain when it came to Millwall. We didn't really have any clear-cut chances. A lot of half-cut chances, and then a goal off of Josh Sargent's arse. So that's always fun, isn't it? But playing it around in the midfield, giving me not a lot to really talk about, as we have Medic going back to Grimshaw. What I do not want is another season of 60% plus possession in every game and nothing really to show for it. That was obviously a big pain point under Mr. Johannes, as Diallo does really well there. Oh, but he can't quite get away. He had to be two-manned up on there by Watford. Bit frustrated he didn't have any support, but nice little touch. Skip round one, just couldn't skip round the second. So Marcondes, he's done really well there. A bit of pressure on the Watford. He just rolls back to their keeper. As Krasenian heads it. We're zooming in on Marcondes. As Diallo has nipped in here. He's won the ball. He's got it across. Yes! It's 1-0 Norwich City. It's a goal for the City. We cannot live without Josh Sargent. Please, I'll pay his goddamn wage. Oh, yes, baby. We've got the new goal signs. Enjoy it. Drink it in. I will update the score. I'm so sorry, but because Sky is so goddamn terrible at the one job they have tonight, I completely missed how Diallo won that ball back. We will share this. I'm just seeing, I think they're going to replay. Here we go. So Marcondes put the pressure on. It bobbled it back to the goalkeeper who lumped it forward. And Krasenian there does well, gets in with a header. Watford player makes an absolute mess of it. Diallo nips in, cuts the ball back, and Sargent, easy as you like, just outside the 6-yard box, slides it in. One of the easiest goals he'll ever score this season. And that is 1-0 to Norwich City. So we will take the goal screen off. I think we've absorbed enough of that for now. And I will just move a new overlay screen in, which in about 2 seconds, it's 1-0 Norwich. It's like I know what I'm doing. Come on, City, here we go. I did also miss a comment there. Who was that from? NFC Sporter. I really want Diallo to score now. Well, he's got an assist. He has got an assist. Can he also get a goal? But I'd also happily just take 1-0 Norwich, and we just all sit here and we enjoy it for 80 minutes and nothing else happens. Brilliant. And that, to be clear, is why 5 at the back, which goes to a 3 in attacking, can work. That high press there from Diallo, who's now back on the ball here, he loves a dribble, doesn't he? Jesus. Goes into Nunez, slips a little bit there. Watford will look to hit on the counter here with Sissoko. Going out to this number 66. I'll get the Watford team up in a minute. Oh, he's had a bit of a stagger there. He's a bit too quick for himself here. Cuts back in, but Norwich are back. All their boys back. Nice and comfortable. Nothing to stress about. We're all good. Nothing to worry about here. As Watford are going to look to reset with their centre-backs on the halfway line. And you know what I love? Both Marcondes, that's a big lump forward there from their right-hand centre-back. And that's come from Marcondes, even though they're on the halfway line. Just, boom, gassing out to him. Sargent's on the the left centre-back. So the only options are pump it forward, hope for the best, or try and turn around and give it to your goalkeeper and put pressure on him. Brilliant. I think we're looking a lot better. On my little checklist of things I wanted to see, better team performance. Boom, done. Screamshaw puts it forward. Nunez picks it up, the loose ball in the midfield here. Schwartau does well, gets to Marcondes, who goes straight out to Diallo. And he's going to look to have a little run. Oh no, he dinks it here. Over to Sarge, who taps it back down to Nunez. Oh, sorry, Schwartau, Sargent. Sargent, Nunez, this is nice little football. And we're just going to come back, and there's Medic and Darling over the halfway line just to help build from the midway line. As Diallo tries a little interchange with Marcondes. Oh, he's done well here, Diallo. And he goes for the shot. And I think, yeah, that shot's just landed in my front garden. He's had a go. He's had a go. We won't have a go at him, all right? He's already got an assist 10 minutes into his debut. We love him already. It's a lovely little win there. He looks like he's full of energy. If I'm being honest, I've got a new favourite to be playing left back pretty much every single game now, and it will be Big Papa. Big Papa is absolutely the man so far of this game. We have said this is the Papa Diallo derby, as the ball is won again here. Nunez, lovely ball. Oh, so close. So close for Sargent, but Kipriani cuts it out, gets back out to this number 66, but Kellen Fisher says, no, see you later, son. Out for a throw. Lovely from Norwich. Looking comfortable in defence. Yet again, if I'm being honest. I don't remember, other than the 2 goals, which is stupid to say, there wasn't too much where I felt really worried about Norwich's defence on Saturday. Not compared to the whole of last season. And I'm feeling that now. The only difference is we've got our noses in the front with a lovely work goal. As Sargent and Marcondes are playing a bit more as a dual striker here. Really got the freedom to just put the pressure on. As Diallo nearly wins the ball back again. I think that's... Oh, and Crescenian's done well there. It's poor from Marcondes. Sargent's done well though. But Shorotau's not quite there to win it. We're putting a lot of pressure on this Watford team here. As again it's cut out. Another interception. Nearly got by Shorotau. But Watford will come again. Looking to build down the right this time instead. Easy little pass. Terrible touch though. Nunez will come away with it. And just go nicely to Kellen Fisher. And this Norwich team is looking very, very comfortable on the ball right now. Very, very comfortable. And that has got to be a foul. Easy foul bought by Diallo. I think I've got myself a new favourite player. It's not bad, is it? That didn't take too long. Big Papa. So, 15 minutes in. 1-0 Norwich City. We haven't been able to say that on a live stream, so we're breaking new ground this season. We are watching Norwich just casually playing it about in the midfield right now. Just looking for an opportunity. Pulling Watford around a little bit. Seeing if we can stretch them. And looking very comfortable. Watford have had one shot, really, saved at the near post by Grimshaw very comfortably. Grimshaw's looked good as well for a keeper that confused a few people why we signed him. As Shorotau tries to tap it to Fisher and it goes out. I don't want to be harsh on him, but I'll be honest, Shorotau's probably the player who's looked the weakest link so far this game. But that's not really to have a go at the lad. We've just looked so comfortable. FDTV, come on Watford. You will win. All right, go on then. Go on then. Give me a goal score. As you say that, Watford put in a cross and it sails all the way out, not for a goal kick, but for a throw-in on the opposite side. Only taking the mick. Go on, give us a little bit of it. Come on, what we got? What's the scoreline? I predicted 1-0 for Norwich, so I'm done. I'm cushy. I'm ready to sit here for about 70 minutes and just chat nonsense and watch us casually move into round 2. Where I don't know. I'd love to go up against Bromley in round 2. You know, let them get over the old nonsense witch and come and get a real challenge down at Carrow Road. Hate a throw-in right by the goal line. It is always the worst when it's your defending half. So we are waiting here for, I think, Crescenian to take this one. Goes to Topic, taps it round. That's poor from Crescenian. Diallo with the foul there. Am I going to regret this, FDTV? Am I going to regret giving you a bit of nonsense? I mean, come on, I can't. Surely not. It's a little bit of a weak touch from Crescenian. Diallo there. Did he touch his man? Did he? Did he catch him though? Did he? Kaviskan's not on the bench, NFC supporter. Unfortunately, he is ill. I believe he would have started today, probably ahead of Shorotau. But unfortunately he's come down ill. Yeah, it is 1-0 already. Mr. Electron, sorry. Don't ask me how, because I'm not used to this. So we are gassed, to say the least. Watford here with the free kick from the wide angle. Whip it in, and it hasn't beaten the front man. And the front man was Kellen Fisher, one of the smallest men on the pitch. So Watford will look to build again. Oof, that's nearly a loose pass. Number 66, doing well for Watford. Again, I will pay attention to get the team up as Macondes closes down the keeper. Oh, forces him to make a terrible pass. And that has got to be a throw there for Norwich, which it is. So let's get myself a little bit of reference point. I will get the team up. So I can just stop saying Watford players or Watford numbers, all right? I don't want to offend the Watford fans who do join us today, which you are more than welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all being here. I think we've got about 14 people in here, which is great to see. And it is a Norwich throw-in, and the ref's having a chat because he's got a bit bored. You know, no one's heard his voice in a while. It's unfortunate. I thought this would have been his chance to get a few goals. Yeah, I mean, maybe not a few goals. Maybe just the two. You know, just a couple. No, I think he would have really just... It would have been a great time for him to get another 70 minutes, start his first game, and I think he would have made this already strong-looking Norwich team just really, really strong. So, yeah, a bit of a shame to not see Kvistergaard. Hopefully he's well enough for Portsmouth, because I would like to see him start. And Oscar's not looking 100% confident. He's already made a few loose passes, a few loose touches, and he's not really been on the ball when it comes to his link-up play with the likes of Nunez and Sargent, as Darling looks to whip a lovely ball, but Fisher is not quite there. Now, I'm going to keep saying it because I love it, right? On my TikTok, I spoke about the Millwall game late last night, my review finally putting it out there, and I said, the minute we get on the ball, the minute those centre-backs are on the ball, right wing-back, left wing-back, boom, you got to go. And so far, Kellen Fisher and definitely Big Papa Diallo have been doing that every single time. Is it a coincidence with us 1-0 up? I think not. You tell me otherwise. If you guys knock us out, I won't be too disappointed. We were so poor last season. We were playing like it's still pre-season. It's unfortunate for you guys. I think Watford, I love Watford as a little club, not little disrespectfully, by the way. I mean, as in, we're not big six clubs, are we? Norwich and Watford, right? You know what I mean? I've always kind of felt you guys were very much a strong team, kind of similar to us, a top 26 club of England. And last season was a struggle. I feel like you made some all right signings and you got some good results, but it just never quite clicked. Similar for us, and I wouldn't blame you. I'm getting hyped. Mainly because I'm getting a lot of confidence going into the weekend against Portsmouth, which is a more crucial game for us to get the championship season kicking. But would I be that fussed if we get round into the round two? Probably not. I wouldn't cry about it, would I, if we lost? I also like how we haven't changed much to fully cement this team, as obviously when we played Millwall, we weren't really fully clicked. Absolutely. I think we've made the right sort of rotations. Oh, that's a poor pass from Shorotau. If I'm being honest, 21 minutes in, I think Shorotau's run his game. I'm going to have a look at the subs in a minute as well, and I'll pick a man that I think should be coming on for Shorotau. I think it's great to see players in here, like I pointed out at the start, the likes of Medic and Darling, and the way that Diallo's been playing, I think him as well, Topic, and Sargent, to see these guys get more time together. I'm sure these guys will get 60 to 70 minutes, maybe depending on the scoreline. Let's see how it goes. And that's going to really benefit us going into Saturday and the future games. Let's find a replacement for Mr. Shorotau, because he is concerning me and he is the only person that I'm struggling to watch. Makama. Yeah, Makama. Or Jurisic. Maybe Jurisic. One of those two. If they could come on at half-time, unless Shorotau really pulls his head from the sand, that would make this a really perfect squad for me right now. Everyone else, on it. As Shorotau is able to get a block in from Bola and puts the ball out. Irakunda, that is the gentleman that I keep saying is looking really good for Watford. So for those Watford fans in here, who maybe don't have the game on, maybe you're just listening to it on your phone. Yeah, Irakunda, fair play. One fan did mention that to me on TikTok, that he is one to watch and one that you'd prefer to have over Diallo. All right, he hasn't provided a assist like Diallo has today, but he's looking good. Every time he gets the ball, he loves to run at people. And that is a terrible, terrible ball forward there from, I believe, Deli Bashiri. That's gone straight out again. Unfortunately, Watford look to be probing, but hitting hopeful balls forward, which is not coming to much. Makama come on, we've won. By the way, have you seen how massive he is? Yeah, absolute unit. I was up on the Regency stand, and he could have almost reached out and high-fived me. Lad's about 10 foot tall. It's insane. And built. And he's 21. Jesus Christ. We start feeding him from the veg that we've got in the home garden at Carrow Road. Lad's going to be about 7'6". Yes, fair evaluation. I appreciate that, Mr. Electrons. Yeah, I try and be fair. I try. Unless it's Ipswich, and then they're just crap no matter what. They can win the Premier League. They're still worse than us. And yeah, look, it's a long game. Of course it is. You guys may very well build into this. I know it's a very unfortunate result for you guys against Charlton. But look, we've been there. Playing a newly promoted side when you've had a bit of a mediocre season the one before is not an easy task. As Norwich come forward with Nunez. Oh, he's gone for it! Oh, he's got it! Oh, I'm so sorry! Oh, it's terrible timing when I was trying to be nice. Marcelino Nunez has hit not even really a rocket. He's hit one from about 30 yards out. He loves to have a go. And Selvik has spilt that so badly. It looked like he had it. And he's just dropped it over his head and it's bounced in. Norwich are 2-0 up. We will correct the scoreline on the overlay. Get this downloaded as the replay comes in. And it's like he's not even tried to catch it. He's almost tried to palm it up and it's just slipped through his fingers. I think this might be, yeah, it is. Diallo has got 2 assists. Nunez, absolutely. He's got a bit of power behind it, but that's got to be easy for Selvik. I mean, maybe it's a little bit high, but at least push it up and get it over. Not good for Watford. Unfortunately, it goes from bad to worse here as Norwich make it 2-0 as we go into the 25th minute. I'd still be very happy to take Schwartel off. Just not that I want to bully him, but I'm kind of feeling like a loan in the English League 2 or League 1 might be a good move for Oscar to develop properly. Papa Diallo, Big Papa, 2 assists. Come on, the boy. New favourite player for the season. He better start against Portsmouth. As Crescentian's on the ball here. Goes to Darling, who picks out a bit of a pass here. Looking for Nunez. Clearances to Topic. Topic now on the ball. Got space to run into. And finds Big Papa, who is cutting in again. Little dink to Sarge. Doesn't quite come off. Marcondes, can he keep hold of it? Yes, he can. Sarge recovers. Goes to Nunez here as Kellen Fisher is helping support. And Norwich now, lovely from Nunez, just nipping away from this man. Norwich looking to take good control here of the game. From Lincoln, he's probably their best and most physical player. Yeah, I'm interested to see how Lincoln do. I know they were a few of their fans were very upset to see him leave, and then a few of them were also kind of happy that they made about million 200, something like that. But a lot of people, I mean, the fact that I saw his going away video was farewell. He played about 100 games, something like that. At League 1, that's not bad. He looks like he's full of absolute dog as well. Like he was very happy to run through Millwall players. Goodbye Diallo, impressed 2 assists. Now we need a goal. Yeah, if he can get a goal, two assists and a goal, and go off after 60 minutes, injury free and fresh and fit for Portsmouth. Oh boys, the season might be on. HMS Piss the League is back up and running. It has had its fine tuning. It's coming. Just want to say thank you. There's about 20 people. I think it's just gone up to 25 people in here. Lovely to see you all. That's a really big number for quite a small channel like mine. So I really, really appreciate it. Lovely to see so many of you chatting, enjoying it. And lovely to see some Watford fans in here. Of course, apologies that it's not the best game for you, but appreciate you being here. Who else we got? By the way, just to say, I do have full respect for the Watford fans. Personally, I think they are up there with one of the best fans in the league. Yeah, to be fair, Watford are always a good bunch. I've been to a home game against Watford, and great voice, you know. And like I said, you know, I think you're a nice club. I always feel we're very similar to each other, you know, and we do love to wear yellow. And I'll never forget the Sarge Scorpion kick. Moving on, we are cooked. Papa was supposed to sign for us. I know, and the amount of people that told me don't worry about it. But don't get me wrong, Brown Electrons. That Irukunda, if he can get his decision making sorted, he could become that player where you just go, give it to him. Let him run. Let him have a go at people. So Norwich, 27 minutes in here, coming up to the 28th minute with Grimshaw, looking comfortable at the back. Hopefully for those Norwich fans who are in here, who maybe still have concerns that we knock it around the back, we try and play this comfortable football, that this is maybe giving you a bit of confidence. We're not Norwich of old, where we have big, robust, no-nonsense centre-backs trying to play ball. Now we have ball-playing centre-backs playing ball-playing bloody centre-backs. John Smith, thank you very much for the subscription. Just got a notification through. That's very kind of you. Hope you are enjoying the content and will enjoy further content, as a clearance here is terrible. Pat Diallo all over the Watford centre-backs here, and he's won the ball back again. I believe that's either the fourth or fifth time now as Nunez lines up another shot. Oh, it's a good save there from Sevic, and Sargent is going to pick this one up. Bit annoying to see that Sargent's gone that far out. Shoratow should be there. Fisher does well, gets it into Nunez, who's going to reset with Harry Darling on the halfway line. Nunez going for another one there. Good save this time, to be fair. Pushing it away there, Selvik. Just out of interest from the guys, FDTV and Brown. Selvik, your first choice goalkeeper? Just not taking a piss, genuinely asking. Haven't had a chance to really get round all of the fixtures from the weekend as Watford come forward. And here's Irukunda playing a little bit of interplay there with Bola. And Watford will reset here from the back. I believe that is Dele Bashwari dropping in, trying to help out the progression coming forward. And that's a little ball in here. And here's Irukunda. He's got in behind, but he's offside. The shot comes off the post, and Medic was with him. He saw the flag, and he kind of just let him go there. So we are about to hit the half an hour mark, and we are at 2-0 Norwich. First choice normally is all right. Yeah, I mean, look, it's one mistake. That's why I say I'm not taking the piss. Just curious, because, well, it's an opportunity for me to learn about your team. Especially off bit. They are now showing a replay, though, of Nunez taking that shot, and that is a good save, pushing it away to the far left. As I say, a bit annoyed, really, that's gone off to the far side, and Sargent on number 9 has had to go over and collect it, because Shwaratow's just kind of floating it in and around the edge of the box. I love Shoratow, I like Oscar, but it just doesn't seem to click for him. I'd like to see him go off to a higher League One team with guaranteed first team football and just play 40 games in English football. Just get used to it, As Nunez, lovely ball here, out to Diallo, who you just see him, he gets heads up there, he's heading straight for the Watford player. But this time goes back to Topic, who finds Darling. Lovely to see Darling and Medic here bossing it when it comes to the reset on the halfway line. And now Medic, tried to whip a ball in, nearly took Sargent's head off. Let's not do that, please. As Watford now are going to look to try and press on the counter. Lovely from Callum Fisher, just shadowing Irukunda, not letting him have any space. So Bola here will just reset, and Watford really just kind of desperately trying to find an opportunity to break Norwich's back line, to get in behind. But a lump ball like that going forward, cut out easily by Darling, straight to him, no pressure. And so Nunez now will try and find the space in the middle. Feeling comfortable, feeling confident here. If it starts to settle a little bit, we will have a little run around the ground. 35 games on in the first round. Do you think we've clicked more since Millwall? 100%. I don't know what I don't know what sort of whip was taken out during the week, but I feel like with Liam Manning, he just kind of said to the lads, it is what it is, move on, focus on what I'm saying. We're playing the formation the way it should be played. I'm hoping there's a lot of Norwich fans here, at home, all over the place, at Watford as well, who are going, oh, 5 at the back does work when you play it correctly. Just saying. I feel like, yeah, we've got the confidence here now from the wing-backs to actually play as wing-backs and not hover as full-backs, which is great. I feel like the midfield is not looking overrun because it's got the relief, the pressure there. We're looking really, really good. And I feel like if you add Vlahovic back into this team, you add Jacob Wright back into this team, you put Cordoba back into this team, although I wouldn't say Crescenzi has done anything bad, to be honest. As Diallo, is in, and it's squeezed out for a Norwich corner. Big Pat Diallo, he's got a big old smile on his face. He's loving today. He is absolutely loving it. Lovely little ball there from Marcondes. Genuinely, Diallo pace on the weekend. If he doesn't play, We will be doing another one of these live streams, by the way. So if you are not going to the game and you want to watch, come join us here. If he doesn't play on the weekend, I might just turn it off and we'll go watch, I don't know, Mission Impossible. Do that instead. In Manning's press conference, he said he made them train on what they were making mistakes on against Millwall. Fair play. I love an honest manager, and that's exactly what it looks like, to be honest. And NFC supporter, it really does look like we've just focused on formation, because that was the biggest thing. The good thing as well to see is there's a clear distinction when we're in defence. So we're currently playing what basically is a 5-4-2. Sorotal dropping into the central midfield, Topic pushing out a bit wide, so it makes it a lot harder to break through that midfield, and then it's not looking overwhelmed. So Sorotal right now getting back, following Bowler, so the wing back doesn't have to pick up the overlapping fullback. And then when we go on attack, as I say, wing backs get themselves forward. Love your analysis from the Millwall game. Explained perfectly. Appreciate that, Arthur. That's very, very kind of you. Good to see you coming over here from the TikTok. Have a little trade, guys. If you mainly follow me on here and you do use TikTok, I'd encourage you to. Which one is it? This one? This one here. Head over to your TikTok app, search up Oliver Philpott Football, and give me a follow there, please. I chat even more nonsense. It's a bit of fun, and we have a lot of banter. Thomas is absolutely jacked for 24. Yeah, he's insane. It's Callum Fisher here. Has got himself in the box. Oh, a bit of 50-50 there. Sevic does well, comes out, smothers the ball, takes the pressure off of Bowler. Yeah, Topic is a beast. I mean, you know, it's nothing, is it? It makes you feel like a weak man. But then I am, I guess. Well. Bowler here, playing with Kipriani as Watford again just look pressured in the back. Formations, that's one other thing, sorry. When I'm talking about pressure in the back, in that 5-4-2, no, 4-4-2 that we're kind of going back into. I'll get my numbers right in a minute. What I'm seeing is Marcondes step up alongside Sargent as Marcondes has won the ball here, very high up again. Looks to whip the ball in. Oh, Andrews has taken one in the face there, but Watford win the ball off the back of it. Oh, that's better, Sorotal. Getting back, winning the ball high up, and now Nunes finds Sargent. Got a bit of space, uses it to go back to Sorotal, who now goes out to Nunes. This is lovely, fluid football. Nunes whips it in. Lovely. Finds Sargent. Sargent finds... Oh! Marcondes couldn't quite get on it. And Watford will come away. Oh, and that's played right out. Can't get it to Irukunda. So pressure will build again for Watford. But yeah, it's really good to see Marcondes stepping up alongside Sargent and just putting the pressure on that back line. Really, really important to, again, stop us from being overwhelmed and stop the midfield from getting cut out by a big, accurate long ball from the centre-backs. The Matson versus Topic debate should have been the boy versus massive and dangerous animal debate. Yeah, it's kind of like 100 men versus a gorilla, isn't it, really? Yeah, I'm quite happy that we've gone for Topic. Matson looked good from the small bits that I saw of him, but Topic is... He's just glided into this team. I've got a new Alex Tettey. I've got a new man. Oh, here we go. And look at Topic just gliding past. He's got two Watford men on him. He's gone halfway across the line. Played a little ball to Fisher, who goes to Medic. Medic picks out Sargent. And hello, we're on the attack here. Sorotal picks up from Sargent very well there. Irukunda does very well to get back. But that's brilliant from Norwich. Playing from back to front. Getting the space and yeah, getting right on the attack. And quick throw in here as Callum Fisher is going to play it in with Nunes. Want to see what Mattia is all about in the second half? Yeah, I'd love to see Mattia come on for Sorotal no matter what at half time, if I'm being honest. Really, because Mattia looked like he beefed up. And I think that's a big thing you have to do when you come to English football. He did look a little bit bullied and then obviously had 1,000,001 injuries in the space of 3 months. So that was fun. And he's come back this summer and he's clearly focused on some bigger shoulders, some bigger arms, and a little bit more lat profile. Kind of like Topic, which makes sense why he's so comfortable, as he plays a lovely ball there to Sorotal. It's nice football from Norwich on the edge of the Watford box and fighting for every ball as Sargent brings it down, gets it to Medic, and we reset. And we're all calm and we're all happy. Might be a 5-0 today. I'll be honest, I'd love it just because it'd be great for our confidence, but I'd hate it for yourself, obviously, as Watford fans. It's not what you want after the start of the season. But Irukunda, coming forward, I'll be honest, he is your only outlet right now. He really is the only one that I see kind of taking a good pass, making stuff happen, putting a run in, and as it goes to the right, Watford try to put the cross in, and it goes out for a goal kick. Do you stream many away games? To be honest, NFC supporter, basically I switch it up. So if I'm able to go to the game, I go to the game, I do a matchday vlog, like the Millwall game. If I'm not able to go to the game, but I am going to be watching it on telly, I come and do a stream. But there are some times, like I've got holiday coming up, next week and stuff like that. So I will miss the Middlesbrough game. So I'll still do my previews and my reviews on TikTok. I just won't be able to do this, unfortunately. It's the balance of full-time job, living a life, and obviously enjoying this. So look, there will be a handful of games throughout the season. There won't be a matchday vlog. There won't be a stream. But absolutely, it's a stream or it's a matchday vlog. That's how we run it. How are we playing at the back? Max, we are playing really, really well, to be honest. We look comfortable. We look just as comfortable as we did against Millwall, but obviously have not conceded. And I think, again, a lot of that is because we're not getting overrun in the midfield. We're putting a lot more pressure on the Watford back line. That's helping that Marcondes is stepping up with Sargent, with Shroratal dropping back. So we've overloaded the midfield while still putting pressure on the back four. It's looking really, really good. So guys are having a bit of a water break. Should we have a little whip round the scores and fixtures? We see what's going on in the EFL Cup today. Carabao Cup. Bloody energy drink cup. So Swansea City with the early kickoff. They are into the second half now and still leading Crawley Town by 1-0. Barrow and Preston are at half time. They are currently drawing 0-0. Middlesbrough are 2-0 down to Doncaster Rovers. Interesting one, that. Millwall are drawing to Newport County. Newport, who were one of the teams to have to make it through the preliminary round, so they'll be hoping to bit of a cup set there. Stockport are drawing with Crewe Alexandra. Accrington Stanley, I believe the other preliminary round team, are winning 2-0 against Peterborough United. Very, very good for them. I have a Blackburn fan at work, and he will not be very happy to hear me say that Bradford City are 2-0 up away at Blackburn. Blackpool are drawing 0-0 with Port Vale. Bristol City are 1-0 up against Milton Keynes Dons. Bristol Rovers are 1-0 down against Cambridge United. Cambridge? What am I doing? Cardiff City are 1-0 up against Swindon. Charlton Athletic continuing their 100% start to the season, 2-0 up against Stevenage. Mansfield are 1-0 up away to Chesterfield. Coventry 0-0 with Luton. Coventry not quite kicking on as I thought they would against Hull. Grimsby Town are winning 1-0 against Shrewsbury. Gillingham are 1-0 down at home to AFC Wimbledon. Lincoln City, who we were speaking about earlier, having stolen Makama off them, are 1-0 up against Harrogate Town. Leyton Orient, my second team, thanks to my lovely uncle, are 0-0 against Wycombe Wanderers, with Northampton also drawing 0-0 against Southampton. Oxford United 1-0 up against Colchester United. Plymouth Argyle are 1-0 down against QPR Rangers at home. Portsmouth losing 2-0 at home to Reading. Good news from Norwich City. Salford City are 0-0. Stoke City against Rotherham. Stoke City are 0-0 against Walsall. Tranmere Rovers versus Burton. No score update. Looks like that might be postponed. We'll dig into that in a minute. West Brom are 0-0 against Derby at home. Wigan are winning 1-0 at home against Notts County. Obviously, we are here with Norwich winning 2-0. And on the attack here, Watford knocking it away just in time against Watford. And Wrexham are 1-1 against Hull City, with Bromley still holding Shitwich Town to 0-0. Everything's good in our Norwich box. You're so ratty. Why are you playing 5 at the back? Unfortunately, this is not FIFA. It's not ratty. It's just good football. Look, we're not playing 5 at the back. Mini guys, JC in attack. Let's put it that way. As Kellen Fisher has slipped in at the back and using that as a perfect example. Yes, it's 5 at the back in defence. It's the system that Liam Manning plays and favours, and the reason that he plays it and favours it is because in the attack it can be lightning quick and absolutely overload teams. It's an extremely attacking formation when played correctly. We are not sitting back like we did against Millwall and playing a disgusting 5 at the back, which just doesn't work. Monster Medic is truly becoming the beast that we knew he was. He's brilliant on the ball. He's brilliant on the ball. And hopefully, with a Nunez corner, we might see him brilliant with his head, knocking in a third as Nunez whacks his hand up, calls for who wants it. That's a decent ball in there. Oh, it is headed by the other beast, Harry Darling, who knocks it just to the wide left of the goal there, back across goal. Just want to put another thank you out there. We've got about 30 people in now, which is great. Please, again, do hit the subscription if you're enjoying this. If you could like the stream as well to put it out there. Fantastic to see so many of you talking with me today. Thank you again. Really, really enjoying this today. And if there's anyone out there, both on the Watford side, the general championship side, but of course the Norwich side, who you think would enjoy watching this, share them a little link. Does Fish look a better fit than Stace in the right wing back, right mid position? It's a great point, Arthur. It is a great point. I would say yes, 100%. Only because, again, I feel he's playing that role a lot better. The minute Medic is on the ball, boom, Callum Fisher's gone. The minute Darling then receives the ball under no pressure in the middle of the park, he can just ping it to the back. You know, Kellen's been in a couple times in behind the line. Again, nice little interchange there from Kellen with Nunez, playing nice little 1-2s with each other. Oh, brilliant. Just working the space. A perfect example, once again, about what we're talking about. As the ball is now worked over to Diallo, it's got all the space in the world. No, sorry, that's Chrisen, who I think is getting up. Diallo is actually in the box right now. And, oh, Topic, not afraid to have a shot. Sevic spills it a little bit, but luckily got his knees behind it, so it doesn't go anywhere dangerous. That would have been very unfortunate to spill a second long shot. We're coming up to half-time here. We'll have a chat, obviously, at half-time about the whole first half and what I'd like to see going into the second half. But again, good to see high press from Sargent and Marcondes and Nunez here and Schwartau, everyone passing it. Watford playing really well there, nearly playing themselves out of danger. But unfortunately, I believe number 43, who is that? Who unfortunately, Mr. Greaves has unfortunately backkilled that one out of play. Jurisic should come on for at least 30 minutes. To be honest, mate, I'd love to see him for 45 minutes. I don't think we need Schwartau on for much longer. I'd be quite happily see even Marcondes come off. I really want to see Jurisic get some minutes, especially in a competition where maybe the pressure's taken off if we've got a comfortable goal lead and it's not the championship where we're fighting for 3 points. Again, I think it's one of those things similar to the things I've been saying about Oscar today. If he can't make it, we have time to get him out on a loan to go somewhere else and build some confidence, build some experience ahead of maybe coming back into the team in a later season. So we have got, I completely missed it, 3 minutes of extra time. Thank God Sky are actually on top of their overlays today. So 3 minutes of overtime, or stoppage time, apologies. Watford under high pressure again. It's another poor pass as Medic steps in. That is loose from Medic there. And Ince will come forward and play it out to the overlapping Andrews, who's forced to come back though, because Watford, ratty as it may be, are playing a very solid defensive line when needed. What is really impressive to see as well, which maybe was something that Liam Manning was alluding to when he said he was working on the things that weren't being done right, the minute we need to be on defence, those players are rushing back, getting back into a good strong position, and that's strong to see. As though Watford win the ball in the attacking half here, and Irukunda with a little back heel, and that is poor from the young man. Poor choice. And that is an even worse choice. What on earth was that from Bowler? Irukunda makes a little back heel pass that's very loose, doesn't go to anyone. It falls to Bowler, who just lashes a left foot shot. And that nearly went out for a throw on the far left. So very unfortunate from Watford. Struggling here a little bit to settle. Not what you want to see, guys, I'm sure. Are we going to see Jurisic playing and not being injured before GTA 6? Probably not. When's that coming out? March, isn't it? So we might see him play, but maybe not in a Norwich shirt, especially if he doesn't play today. Because I don't think you'd want to throw him in to the Portsmouth game. I'm not sure. Liam Manning might surprise me. He surprised me by having the cojones to go and put Diallo at left wing back. I was a bit intrigued. I thought he'd maybe play Marcondes' position. But Jesus Christ, I haven't got a clue what I'm talking about. Diallo is our left wing back. 100%. Backed up by Schluck for the last half an hour. That's what I'm going with. Right, Watford back on the ball, looking to see out this first half. Big Dave, do you think Jovan Makama is a good signing? I think he's a great signing. I think what I saw was some good early signs. Watford here on the attack, causing some issues, but Chrisen does really well and does give the corner away there, but very good defence to keep. Who is that? Who was that attacking? Keith Andrews had overlapped there. He's not Keith. I just, throw that one out there to throw, keeping Andrews away. Yeah, I think Jovan Makama is a very good player. I think he's got some good potential. Big Dave, I think he's got a good chance of being one for the future. that stature. You know, if you could put a ball in and he'd be able to stand still and head it over most players. So that's really, really good. So Tom Ince is going to take the corner here, whips it in, and it doesn't beat Sarge at the near post, who pumps it back out for a throw to Watford just on parallel to the box. The only way we get back into this is if Barr comes on and plays like he did last season. Well, it could happen. It depends how, I guess, serious Pezzano, that's how you pronounce it, isn't it? How serious he takes this game, I guess. You don't really want any injuries before your game at the weekend, I would imagine. Who's your first half man of the match? It's a very good question. Again, NCFC supporter. We will just let these last little bits play out as Tom Ince lashes the ball at that, misses it, Marcondes runs away, and the ref does blow. To be honest, for me, it's obvious. I don't know about you lot. I'd love to hear who you would say. It's got to be Big Papa. Papa Diallo has got to be man of the match, probably for the whole game. You could take him off at half-time, and I think he still wins man of the match. 2 assists. He's won the ball back, I think, at least 5 or 6 times, and he's looked absolutely unplayable. Let me know your man of the matches. Let me know who you would potentially change at half-time here, and I will just take a quick pause just to send a couple little messages, if you can bear with me. Got to keep the most important people in your lives happy, boys. All right, I will remind you here and now, if the missus has texted you while you're watching the football, just let her know, all right? Watford got the music on. So we've got some stats up here. Norwich dominating possession, 61%. Total shots of 8, good to see. 4 on target. Really, really good. Yeah, interceptions there, 4. I think all 4 of those interceptions were Pap Diallo. And 8 tackles, 1. Clearances, 5. Norwich really dominating. Everything apart from aerial duels, 1 there. Good passing accuracy for Norwich. Great to see the attacking third percentage as well in our favour. And 7 key passes. A lot of that coming again from the likes of Diarra and Núñez. Even on discipline, both 2 fouls each, which is nice and easy. Good to see a nice clean game, and good to see no injuries, because let's be honest, that's all we care about. No injuries in the cups, please. Right, I'm back with you. We have got messages sent. We are at half time. So, 2-0. 2-0 Norwich City. Let me catch up. Right, here we go. Got to be Papa. He's running the show. Yes, he is. He is enjoying the Papa Diallo derby. I'd say Papa as well, to be honest. I think all of us would, wouldn't we, really? Yeah, what an exceptional performance he is putting in tonight here. I'd love to know what is going on at the Tranmere game and why that is not showing any scores. I changed Jurisic for Shorotau and Wright for Núñez. Yeah, I'd be comfortable, to be honest. Who else have we got on the bench? I know you say about Wright for Núñez. I'm kind of thinking if we've got someone else, maybe. Liam Gibbs. Liam Gibbs, maybe, for Núñez. I know he's more of a similar thing for Topic, or maybe Gibbs for Topic. I think if we keep it to 2-0 by 70 minutes, I'd maybe like to see Liam Gibbs get some minutes. He played quite well in pre-season. I'd like to see whether he can kick on into the real season with that. But definitely want to see Jurisic come on for Shorotau now. Shorotau's not had the best of halves, and I really want to give Jurisic a good chance to show us what he's about. Only reason Núñez comes off is because we need him fit for the league. I totally agree, but I guess with Jacob Wright, do we need it? Do we rely on him as much? Maybe. Let me know. I thought Wright played well against Millwall. He did play well. He had some good set pieces. It was good to see. I wouldn't blame him for anything. Again, that midfield got very overrun. And when Topic went off, he literally had no support. Wright is really good, playmaker at the moment. Let's hope he keeps his form. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason for him not to. He looks like a really confident young lad. He's come from that Man City development team. And obviously a lot of news today continuing that Doyle is looking for a move. And we may very well go in the market to spend another 8 to 10 million. I'd be very happy to have him in the left centre-back position instead of Cordoba. Let me know what you think. Sarge needs to stop scoring before the window closes. Dan, look, I wouldn't worry too much. If any club wants him, they know he bangs goals. They do not need to be reminded, or they're not going to suddenly come and buy him just because he scored 4 or 5 at the start of the season. So we will see. I'm just happy to see he is still scoring goals, especially if we are to keep him. Sky just currently playing some highlights, so we might jump in here. Makama, I just think he has the Pilkington effect. Yeah, I mean, a minute you say that, I immediately think back to one of my favourite goals. Because Anthony Pilkington, you know, he's been man of many a password for me, put it that way. One of my favourite old school Barkley boy players. And immediately after, I think of the goal that he scored against Man United when we won 1-0 with that flicked header. And I just think with the stature of Makama, again, he could do it standing. He could do it on his knees. Topic has looked class so far. He's looked brilliant against Millwall, Dan, and he's looked even better today with a lot more support as they just show Sargent's first goal. It's lovely. It's lovely from Diallo. It's really shows. You know, the one thing I would say for those Watford fans in here as well, because I know a few Watford fans did say they weren't so worried on my TikTok talking about Diallo coming to Norwich, because we've got Irakunda. Diallo looks like his decision making is a lot better as he steals the ball and just slips it. Picks out Sargent in the box in tons of space. His decision-making has looked a lot better. I think Irakunda has got a lot of ability, but maybe just doesn't make quite the right choices. How long have you been supporting Norwich? Big Dave, we moved, my family, well, my dad is originally from Norfolk, and he finally convinced my mother from the Essex area of London to move up to the countryside when I was 12 years old. And around about that time, I got myself really into football. Always liked it, but I became really addicted as we watched Nunez kind of score a screamer. But really, that could easily be an own goal. Yeah, so from 12 years old, really got absolutely addicted to football, injected it into my veins, and I've been supporting it ever since. So sadly for me, having crossed the big 30 this year, that's 18 years a fan. I really kind of joined pretty much at the right time. Not a glory hunter, I promise. I was a fan just before the season, just before we got Mr. Lambert in, and went on an absolute whirlwind of a time. How do you think the Watford fans are feeling as Papa was basically one of them, and now he's cooking their defence on charcoal barbecue, or one of those little dispensable ones, little £5-pounder? I'm sure it's hurting a little bit. Respectfully, at the end of the day, I think most Watford fans, if they're sensible about it, the Watford fans in here could tell us, would probably look at it and go, he made a decision. He could have gone to either club and he went to Norwich, and it's probably paying off for him in this game. Will it pay off for him in the whole season? We will see. We've got 45 games to go. So yeah, it'll be a painful one though, because he really does look like an absolute baller. So yeah, good to see. Dev OG, but we will take it. Really is. Is an absolute throwback, to be honest. You know, we will see what goes on. Scores around the doors. We will have a little flick of it as well as Sky Sports do themselves. See what has changed. So Swansea City are now 2-1 up going into the last minutes against Crawley, with Crawley recently clawing 1 goal back. Barrow still 0-0 against Preston. Borough still 2-0 down against Doncaster. Newport still 0-0 at home to Millwall. Stockport 2-0 up at home to Crewe Alexander. Accrington Stanley are 2-0 up against Peterborough. Blackburn Rovers have pulled one back just before half-time. They are now 2-1 down to Bradford at home. Blackpool are drawing 0-0 against Port Vale. Bristol City winning 1-0 against Milton Keynes at home. Bristol Rovers 1-0 down at home to Cambridge United. Cardiff at home to Swindon are now 2-0 up, scoring on the stroke of half-time. Same as Charlton, who scored just before the 40th minute, now 2-0 up against Stevenage. Mansfield are still 1-0 up against Chesterfield away in that game. Coventry still 0-0 against Luton, not quite kicking on just yet this season after such a rampant time after Lampard joined them last season. AFC Wimbledon, get that one out, Ollie, Jesus Christ, are winning 1-0 away to Gillingham. Grimsby Town are 1-0 up against Shrewsbury at home. Lincoln still 1-0 up away to Harrogate. 0-0 for Leyton Orient at home to Wickham. 0-0 for Northampton coming up against Southampton at home. Oxford United are winning 1-0 against Colchester United. Queen's Park Rangers on the stroke of half-time making it 2-0 against Plymouth Argyle. Reading are also 2-0 up against Portsmouth. And then you've got 2 more 0-0. Salford City at home to Rotherham and Stoke City against Walsall. Still no updates for Tranmere versus Burton. I can't quite get around to finding out why. If anyone knows why that game is not playing, let me know. Thanks to Josh Sargent and Marcelino Nunez. Norwich are 2-0 up here at Watford. West Brom are 0-0 against Derby. Wigan 1-0 at home to Notts County. Wrexham 1-1 against Hull City. And Bromley versus Ipswich is still 0-0 coming up to half-time. Who do you think will get automatic promotion? Well, this season, for me, I think it will be Southampton. And please, none of you shoot me for this. All right, it's a fair shout. I think it will be Southampton ahead of Ipswich, but I do think Ipswich will get automatics. I'm just gonna. I'm sorry, but if you want me to give an honest prediction, if you want me to give a heartfelt prediction, Ipswich get relegated and they don't pick up another point all season. All right, I'm begging for that. But I just think their squad's too strong. And I think Southampton have got a great squad as well. And I think Leicester I would probably put just ahead of Ipswich. The only reason I don't is the 6-point deduction. They didn't actually look that strong, obviously relying on 2 centre-backs to beat Sheffield Wednesday, who have got 15 men in their entire club. So yeah, that's how I have it at the minute, Max. Fisher been lively. Good to see him on the pitch. Yeah, it's great to see him on the pitch, Dan. He's got a great future ahead of him, and I think actually under a system like this, because he's such a strong guy. You know, he's a skinny lad, but he's got a lot of power in him, and he's not uncomfortable throwing in a big, strong sliding tackle, and he's not afraid to get forward. He's got balls on him. You know, so I think a system like this could really benefit him fantastically well. Nathan, Watford fan here. I have never seen strikers as bad as ours. It was terrible against Charlton. It was like they couldn't score. I honestly think Bayo is better than our current strikers. Bayo ridiculous. I love that comment from you, Nathan. Even though, of course, you are dealing with the pain of this afternoon and your start to the season. How was the game against Charlton? Was it similar to us? It just wasn't clicking? Or you're alluding here to, was it more that your strikers just couldn't score? A little bit of fun for all you Norwich fans in here as we hit 34 concurrent viewers. Thank you all again for joining us. A bit of an update from Bromley. Ipswich, formerly of the Premier League, currently taking on Bromley, formerly of National League football, are now 1-0 down to Bromley. And it's half-time. Oh, what a lovely day it is. Oh no, Ipswich fans. Now, look, all of them will just be like, oh, we don't care about the EFL Cup. We don't care about the Carabao Cup. Yeah, of course you don't. You're losing to what? Bloody Bromley. If Shite could only draw due to a dodgy pen against Birmingham, or however long it is now streak, hopefully should continue the season. 17 years, it's coming. It's coming. I just... Even 2 years ago, in probably one of our worst ever seasons, and their best ever season because they got promoted with 100 points, they still couldn't beat us. Incredibly, and lost at Carrow Road to a Nunez absolute ripper. Oh God, they're a terrible team. Do you think Vladan Kovacevic was worth the signing? I'm not sure. To be honest, I did a TikTok a while ago that popped off a little bit because everyone thought I was an idiot for thinking that Dan Grimshaw was going to be our first choice goalkeeper, and that we'd have Molden and young Mitchell. Apologies, punch you all in the face there. That we would have them as the backup goalkeepers. Now look, I looked at it as we've signed 3 first-team goalkeepers, right, and why would you sign a 4th? So I was a bit confused when we got Kovacevic. Obviously, we then had that whole thing where there was the highlight reel of him not doing that well and looking a little bit error-prone. And let's be honest, that Millwall second goal, get that ball and lump it into Morrison's goddamn car park. What on earth he's doing, stopping halfway and hoping Stacey or Medic cuts it out, not on. And then I come here and I look at Grimshaw up against Championship experienced team, who, Watford fans, correct me if I'm wrong, have rotated a bit, but have got some first choice players on here. And I go, well, he hasn't put a foot wrong so far. So I don't think it'll. I don't know whether it'll be worth the signing. I think, look, we paid what, 3-4 million, something like that. It's not an incredibly expensive goalkeeper. He's still very young, as all of our players are. I think he'll come good. The one thing I did like, he didn't look like he was bullied. And I think a lot of goalkeepers who come in from mainland European football kind of have the David De Gea effect. They're a bit too small, they're a bit too skinny, and they're not used to getting elbowed in the face, whereas he was throwing it about. Used to work in Bromers. Love it. Dan, love that. You sprinkled a little bit of Norwich dust, clearly, while you were working down there. God, Ipswich are so goddamn terrible. Dubai Canary. Hello. What time is it out in Dubai? Or are you out there, or are you back from working? What's going on there? There's got to be a story. I think it's great that Ipswich are being billed at shoe-in favourites for promotion/title. What could possibly go wrong? I know. I love it. It is such a free opportunity because everyone has us down as maybe like 10th to 6th. You know what I mean? Like, transition period, Liam Manning's great, but will it click? All this nonsense. Fine, let us just go under the radar. Oh, they lost against Millwall. They'll probably finish 14th. Cut to me saying this, at the end of the season when we do finish 14th. Anyway, but for them, it's all the pressure. For us, it's not. If we finish 6th, realistically, that's a good season under our first season of Liam Manning, especially if we go on to win the bloody playoffs. For them, I think anything outside of top 2 is terrible. If Hutchinson goes, we're guaranteed the wins against the scum of the East Anglia. Yeah, 100%. We will be the kings. I mean, look, I don't think Hutchinson even wants to play for them right now. I know there's obviously this piece that he's injured, but I've seen plenty of noise that he wants to push a move away. And respectfully, who can blame him? He's a lower Premier League quality player. I think there's clubs that would definitely take him. I think for a Brentford, for example, to replace Mbeumo, it's worth a shout, isn't it? But obviously, he's worth quite a bit of money, and he is worth 30 odd million. I think, that's sort of the price you now pay for those sort of players. Charlton game was boring. They had the better chances. The first touches were terrible. So we only got one real chance, which was an excellent open net, and wouldn't shoot because they wanted the pen. Oh no. Should say excellent play. Yeah, that is very unfortunate, Nathan. Very unfortunate. It was a real miss from Millwall. They should have gone 2 to the good at one point in our game with them. And again, it was a missed goal from literally from the 6-yard box. So yeah, I'm not a Millwall fan, but that was painful to watch even as a Norwich fan. You can see that on my vlog. I got some great footage of it right from behind it, and all I could do was just laugh because it was just like, how are we not 3-1 down right now? Arthur, I'm going to say something. I think Sarge will stay. There is something about him this season that really is getting me going. I think he likes being the leader, and I think he may finally have his 25 goals. Arthur, I will fully agree with that, and that reminds me, him being captain is what also gives me so much confidence, because put it this way, if he now gets sold, as Watford just kick off, by the way, we are back underway. If he now gets sold, why on earth would we have given him captain? That seems ludicrous to me. So if he gets sold for anything less than a good chunk over his evaluation, I'm fuming, to be honest, because that's massively disruptive to the squad, and that's not an easy thing to come back from. Charlton game was unfortunate for Watford. Totally agree, NCFC supporter. Charlton should have had a pen as well. They deserved the win. That's fair. That's fair, cop Nathan. I think all of us would agree. It's unfortunate. If you're missing open goals, your strikers aren't able to hit a barn door. It's one of those things, isn't it? It's the opening day of the Championship, guys. If you try and now predict that all those people that won, including Bristol, I know it was a great win, there's a lot of twists and turns that will happen almost every 5 to 10 games. Trust me. Dubai Canary, I'm in Cyprus at the moment. Is that holiday or is that moving? I want to know the story. What has either got you loving our club, or what's moved you from the fine Costa del Norfolk out to the Middle East and the Eastern Mediterranean, my friend? NFC supporter Hutchinson's heavily linked with the Angus Gunn new team, Nottingham Forest. That's also a great shout. I mean, they've got to go and replace Elanga, so it makes sense. They've got the Elanga money. He went for about 60 million. They could afford to give Ipswich 40 mil. And of course, the Ipswich fans like to remind us that we've got money, you don't. Well, we've spent money and made profit, and we spent all our money before we made any sales. So I like to remind you we do have money. And secondly, let's see if you then do invest the 40 million and not get turned down by players like Mr. Hackney as Norwich win the ball back here in defence. Millwall recreating the one from Burnley last year then? Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It was a horrid miss. He just got his boot right under it as Watford foul Mr. Schwarzenegger. I would just say there's no substitutes here as we also go into this second half, just in case anyone is curious. I will also focus on the game, but I'm enjoying chatting with all of you. All right, we're not going to get distracted by bloody football. Come on. Can we also all admit how good a captain and role model Sargent was against Millwall? He's always going in for the fights to protect and defend his team. You can see the passion in his heart. Totally agree. And he was there as a level head as well when needed. Focused on the right things when we conceded, getting the boys' heads back up and focused on kicking back off. So I fully agree with you there, NCFC supporter. Live in Cyprus, work in Dubai, always support Norwich. Bloody love that, my man. Flying the yellow and green flag out in the further countries. What time is it out there, though, genuinely, in Cyprus? Is that, about 3 hours ahead, I believe? So, yeah, fair play to you. It's going to be getting on quite late now. So fair play that you're tuning in here and watching the game. And thank God, Norwich are paying you dividends. As Kellen Fisher here. No, it is number 16. We have had a bloody substitute. For God's sake, I hate the BBC. They are about 15 minutes behind everything in this planet. So Jacob Wright has actually come on. He has come on for Topic. So we are back to a Wright and Nunes system. Interesting there that clearly Lynn Manning is liking that as a substitute. Obviously very similar to then what we had in the game against Millwall. So, okay, maybe he just wants to save Topic here for Portsmouth. That's my immediate thought. I'm not 100% sure, but we will update the squad list. If you give me 2 seconds, I'll just download a new overlay so you can see the fresh team that we have. We will just download this. Transparent background, there we go. As Norwich take the deep free kick and look to work a attacking opportunity, but end up going all the way back to Mr. Dan Grimshaw. As we move this in, replace the destination. Grimshaw goes long, and that is bloody Jakov Medic is up in the box here, fighting for the ball. Jakov Medic has gone on an absolute barnstormer of a run, and he's got himself a little bit lost, and he might be caught out here. Oh, as Irakunda does well. Kellen Fisher does win the ball. Oh, and does really well, flicking it over the on-rushing Watford player and getting it out here to Jacob Wright, who's come back to come and help out the defence. Don't know what Medic was doing, almost hugging the Watford goalkeeper. But he clearly just felt, why not? I'm better than Shane Duffy. I'll score a goal quicker than he did. As Norwich play some nice little interactive play here. Watford now trying a bit of a higher press. I'd imagine, as Ince goes flying in there, that's an easy yellow card. Krasenian taking one in the ankle there. Not good to see. If it goes to pens, you've got a free win. Really, Nathan? You're that concerned about your team's finishing ability? Trust me, I've seen us play penalties. It's not good. We could be here all night, and it could be 30 penalties each. 10:54 out in Cyprus. Wow. I'm sure probably just as hot because it is sweltering here. I've got the window open so that my shouting and screaming does not disrupt the neighbours. But I wish I had a fan on, but I don't want to ruin it for you guys. Come on, you Warns, Brown. Don't blame you, but it's gonna take a bit to really get this turned around. I think, unfortunately. Luke Payne, to be honest, can't wait to slap Ipswich this season. Who else can't? I think we all are going to enjoy slapping a bit of Ipswich. It's just the done thing. It's what you're meant to do. And if anyone sees Ed Sheeran floating around in the midfield in his number 17, make sure you go crunching into him. Embarrassing. Darling to take a defensive free kick here. Staggers for some reason and is going to take his time. And the Watford fans are not liking he's taking his time. And he lobs it forward. Diallo knocks it on. Sarge will latch onto this. It's actually turned into... Oh, no, he won't. It arched itself away a little bit too far. Jakov wants to score tonight. He really does. I don't know how on earth he's ended up right over their box. And, nearly got caught out there. So I'm not going to be too happy about it. But we'll live. Do you think any players need to be replaced, or would you say our squad is good enough to advance to a higher position at the end of the season? This is a great squad. Genuinely it is. It's just going to take time to click. And what's great is we're seeing it really start to click tonight. and hopefully we'll see that happen against Portsmouth as well. Maybe not a result, but the most important thing is performance early days. And I think if we see a performance like this, we will get a result, and then we can really click on as Sarge there getting involved, or Sorotal, sorry, actually getting involved against number 4 for Watford, getting stuck in. It's great to see. Watford did make 3 changes, by the way, at half-time. So you got Iram and Loser on, Kevin and Ngakia. So yeah, it's not being given up here for the Watford fans in here. As we actually, just again, got to say thank you again. We've hit 40 viewers. That's really, really, really great. Thank you guys. 10 likes as well. If you all wouldn't mind just dropping a like if you haven't on the live stream, it really helps with people seeing that we are here live today as Watford win the ball back and win a foul just over the halfway line. As we get on for 52 minutes here. Yeah, it really helps, obviously, get more people in here, and it helps the live video being viewed after as well. So I really appreciate all your support tonight. Watford not giving up on this one at all, guys. So for those Watford fans in here, this isn't going to be a quiet night, hopefully, from your point of view. Would I add anyone though as well? Sorry, Richard, going back to your point, as Watford whip that one in, Darling knocks it away. And it's helped on a little bit. Diallo does well. Gets it on to Nunez. Oh, it's a bit of a heavy touch, though. Diallo's doing brilliantly here, though. Getting back in to defend. Darling clears it away. Diallo again trying to chase the ball down. The man's got absolute gas tanks on his feet. Love it. I don't think we need to add anyone else. We've got too big a squad anyway. What I'd like to now see is some really good moves in the loan out market. I want to see Brad Hills going to a League 1 team, a League 2 team, playing a full season. As I say, similar to maybe a Sorotal, stuff like that. As Watford flash a shot and it goes well wide. Grimshaw not upset by that one at all there. Dan Broom, blatant yellow. Yeah, that was for the Crescentia one earlier. Absolutely. Luke Payne, first time on your stream, genuinely enjoying this, mate, keep it up. Appreciate that, Luke. As I was saying to the guys earlier, there will be another stream this Saturday as we take on Portsmouth in the Championship, and it's always a mixed match of matchday vlogs and streams, depending on whether I can attend the game, watch the game at home, and if I can't, please go over to my TikTok. I cannot do these angles, man. As Diallo, put a bit of pressure on there, trying to win the ball back in the attacking half, but Crescentia will mop her up. Go over to my TikTok. There will always be reviews, previews, and more chatting nonsense. All things Norwich Championship, Premier League, England, and anything else that comes up. Grimshaw looking calm here. Jacob Wright dropping well and finding a route out to Kellen Fisher, who's got a nice easy pass there to Sarge. Finds it. Sarge has got to come wide here. Does, as Crescentia now brings it forward. So, Crescentia, space to breathe. I'd wish that he would run into it. He hasn't. Probably sensible as he is playing left centre-back, not left wing-back. So he intertwines here with Jacob Wright. Goes out to Diallo, absolute king of this game today, Big Papa, who is going to cut in, find Wright, who, interchanges lovely with Diallo. And it's a shot! Oh, Sargent nearly squeezing in his second of the game, narrowly going past the post there of the Watford goalkeeper. Lovely interchange from Diallo and Jacob Wright. Big Papa he's got to come off. Pull him off now. Not in that way. Pause. Get Papa Diallo off the pitch and keep him fit and healthy, ready. Oh, this is a terrible pass there from Watford. Oh, and Sargent could have Macondes nearly could have done a Sargent and profited a tap in. But unfortunately, it bounces off him out for a goal kick. Watford lucky to not be 3-0 down within a minute here. Oh, that's really unlucky for Norwich there. To be honest, this is what I wanted, the whole team. I didn't want Manning to make many changes, as this is a game to connect the players even deeper and make that click happen even quicker. Fantastic point. Again, NCFC supporter, totally agree. The only worry I had about that was getting injuries, and so far, fingers crossed, touch wood, touch the table, not the mat, Jesus Christ. So far, yeah, we're injury free. No one's got any knocks. Hopefully we can see that out. But yeah, I'm kind of like, get Diallo off, get Sargent off. This game is already looking pretty secured. Let's see some of the other lads come and play. And let's not risk any key injuries going into what is a big early game against Portsmouth, a game we should be winning. Norwich got the ball up here in the Watford attacking third, and really looking comfortable, winning another throw just outside the box. Dangerous Darling is really good at one-on-one duels, whether it's ground or aerial. He's a brilliant player, isn't he? He's an absolute Rolls Royce. And just to remember, we got him for diddly squat, absolutely free. As Norwich hit, another dangerous attack. It's played out to Diallo. Diallo finds right again. Those two already linking up lovely. Crescenian now does really well. Gets it into right. Right, goes for the shot. It's deflected. It'll be a corner to Norwich. Yeah, Darling, free. Sorry, Swansea fans. Lovely bit of business. I'm well happy. And he's 25, 26 now. I think it's been his birthday. Either way, 25, 26. He's got years ahead of him at centre-back. After Saturday, I was worried about Pompey. Now I'm buzzing for it, but it's still going to be a tough place to go. It is. I'm not saying it's an easy win, but if we can get a performance like this, I think we do come away with 3 points against what is, again, another strong team. And we just build that momentum, guys. We build it. There's a whipped-in ball here. It's headed down. Oh, Medic! It's knocked off the line there. Medic nearly getting his first goal of the season. It's going to be lumped away here. Kellen Fisher's under that ball, struggling here, and does foul his man. So Watford will win themselves a free kick as they try and counter away from the corner there on the halfway line. Begging for a Kellen Fisher yellow card. Wouldn't say that was last man. Don't really think that should be a yellow card, and it isn't. Medic, brilliant header, knocking it down. That man knows where the goal is. He knows how to score a goal as a centre-back. But yeah, very good defending from the Watford man on the line. Get Medic to the back post for this corner. Yeah, he may get his goal. I mean, he's sniffing. I think he'll get 2 or 3 this season. I think Darling will get 1. I think we'll get some good goals from the backs. And I think, again, our wing backs, we will definitely get some goals, especially if Big Papa is playing left wing back for the rest of the season. Really good there from Irakunda. And Watford are trying to build some attack here, but that's a cross that does not beat the first man and goes out for a throw just outside the Norwich box, and it's taken quickly. Watford looking to now build from the back a little bit here. Just trying to get something going, Watford fans, and not quite getting it to tick, as Ince has dropped very deep here. I'm not sure if he really is playing on the wings. He's playing a lot of his football right in the middle of the park, but Watford have worked it well now. Coming forward, going out wide, got to put it in first time. Does! Darling intercepting and stopping the danger immediately. Gotta love that. But Watford keep it in and look to build immediately to try and get another ball in. Lovely whip ball in. Oh, he's got a touch on it. Got a touch on it there, but Watford's shot does go wide. Unfortunately, the misery does continue as Watford can't quite get a shot on goal after a little bit of prolonged pressure. Right, we are coming up to the hour mark, Canary fans and football fans in general. Norwich looking really, really strong here. 2-0, quite comfortable, but Watford starting to build back into the game. If it was me, another change or two, this would be a good time. I really want to rest Diallo. I'd like to see Jeffrey Schlupp come on right now. That would be great to maintain good, strong defence and attacking intent without risking who has been our, by far, best player today. And I would still like to see Jurisic come on. Give Schwarzenegger a rest. He's played pretty all right now on the face of it. He's played a bit better this second half. And I would love, love, love to see Jurisic come on and really kind of kick on. Come the Stoke. Mario, hit me with that one again, my friend. What is it you are trying to ask? As we are seeing Jeffrey Schlupp, but Jovan Makama come on. And hopefully that will still be for Schwarzenegger, and that will still be for, obviously, Diallo, who deserves a rest. Have you managed his goal of the season for Ajax? Imagine that in front of the Barclay and in front of the depressed Ipswich fans as their 4th goal conceded in the game. I've dreamed about that ever since I have seen that goal for Ajax. What an absolute thunder bastard. I'd love to see it. So we are seeing some changes. It is actually Sargent coming off. I'm happy with that. Sargent rested. No risk to that ankle injury coming up. We will get on these changes. So Jovan Makama is coming on for Sargent. So we will see our young striker from Lincoln get in amongst it. And unfortunately for you Watford fans who aren't familiar, this man will run at you and he will be very keen to get at it. And as suspected, Big Papa Diallo, he's coming off. He absolutely deserves it. So he is coming off. Jeffrey Schlupp is coming on for him. And that is, in my books, perfect changes at the perfect time. Well done, Liam Manning, on doing your job. Absolutely spot on in my eyes. That is exactly what we want to see. Rest up some key players from this game who are going to probably be key players against Portsmouth. And yeah, definitely keep Sarge away from getting needlessly injured in a game like this that is not really important, but also is pretty said and done on the face of it. I think Schlupp will firm it up very nicely, and absolutely Makama will be on it. I should also correct it. Sargent has given, as I predicted he would. Well, when I predicted that Sargent wouldn't play, I predicted that Harry Darling would be captain, and just to confirm, Harry Darling has now had the captain's armband given to him by Mr. Sargent, so I will also update that for you guys right now. 60 minutes in, or 62 minutes in, perfect substitutes at the right times, I think, for Norwich. Sees this team, nearly got it wrong again, this team is your current lineup, City fans, and sees us very, very comfortable. Elliot, I'm completely with you. I want a third, I want a fourth. I want as many goals as we can. I want to be updating this overlay as many times as possible. And I'd love to pop up the old goal celebration again. I have prepared a Watford one, okay? All right, it is there. Don't worry. If you do score, Watford fans who are very kindly joining us today to watch this, there will be a goal sign for you guys. As Watford will win a free kick here because... No, apologies. Norwich have won the free kick. I believed that Kellen Fisher was offside, but he is not. As they cut to the stand, and I haven't touched on it, but I want to say, very, very impressed to see how many Norwich fans on a Tuesday night have travelled down to the London area to watch this game. Very, very impressed. Packed out, vast majority of the away fans. And I think really on the balance of it, I don't know what the official capacity is today, but I think the vast majority of the stadium today is filled with yellow and green rather than yellow and red. And I think it's fair for me to just point that out and just say, yeah, look, fair play. We've got an incredible fan base. So Jacob Wright is standing over this one. It's about halfway into the box, but outside of the box, obviously, for the free kick here. Obviously going to be whipping this one in. Looking for the likes of Makama now, who it looks like an absolute giant in there. And Watford are not a small team. So Wright whips it in. Oh, it nearly made its way to Medic. Goalkeeper thinks about coming, gives up. Watford players, can't get under it. But there is a foul in there. So Watford will build from the back now with a free kick and do take it quickly. Makama is a clear striker, is going to be so dangerous for the opposition. Yeah, and especially if he is for this season going to be coming on at the later stages. He's got good pace. He can ruin some tired defences for the last half an hour. So that's great to see that's maybe how he'll be used. As Norwich foul there with Kellen Fisher just over the halfway line. So Watford will pick up another free kick. I'm keen to see Makama really kind of show us what he's about, some early signs of good. The big thing I do like about, especially young players, not afraid to get in and get hurt, It's really important in the Championship that you've got some balls about you and you're willing to stick it in where it hurts. So Norwich here, playing it all the way back to Grimshaw, who's got his defensive partners here to play with. Medic, very calm, very cool, beautiful. Beautiful play with Medic and Nunez there, just to keep the ball alive. Grimshaw now playing it to Captain Darling, as unfortunate news, Ipswich have just equalised. Oh well, it was fun while it lasted. Bromley will probably score a last-minute winner anyway. And that was a good attempt there from Grimshaw to play it all the way through to Makama, but it wasn't really on target. Makama had run the opposite direction. So Marcondes here and Makama both being now the two players to close. Marcondes has been tireless, absolutely tireless. For a man who probably will be a bit second string this season, fair play, he's come on and he has not stopped running. If that's not enough to be in with a shout to play this weekend, I don't know what is, ahead of Cernak. As Kellen Fisher dives down his man, he might be getting a yellow card for that one. I know he kind of got the ball, but he did go through the man to get to it. That doesn't really count, unfortunately, Kellen. And it does look like, the ref is going to be reaching. Oh, he's shown a yellow to Medic for complaining. Will he now not show a yellow to... No, he is going to also show a yellow to Fisher. Bit annoying, that one. Didn't really need Yakov to get involved. That is now 2 yellow cards for Norwich there. Very quick succession. And especially with those boys being on the side of Irakunda and Loser, little bit concerning that will be an opportunity there for Watford to really run at those two and potentially get another yellow card for one of them. which is not what we need right now when we are comfortably winning. So we're coming up for a Watford free kick here. Loser standing over it by himself. I'm sure going to try and whip this one in at a nasty angle. We've got the height to defend it, but we know that Norwich really struggled last season defending set pieces and really lost our strength of attacking from set pieces. As Loser whips this one into the back post, it's knocked down and very easily smashed out by Medic there. And I think that's going to go out for a Watford throw in pretty much on the halfway line. And it's taken quickly though. But again, Marcondes, he's straight up there. He's not messing around. It's really good to see him. Oh, no, that is not Marcondes. As I see the number, that is actually Makama, who is also doing really well. He's closing down duty. I'm currently on the 67th minute NCFC supporter, so we are getting on towards that last 20 minutes. Kellen Fisher intercepting the ball and throwing himself in. Not afraid, but he has unfortunately made a bit of a bad decision here. As Watford now into the box, going wide and scoring! Watford have done very, very well there. Kellen Fisher throwing himself into the tackle, and unfortunately a bit of a wrong decision from the young lad. Risky when just on a yellow card. And Komodo Bar, who was it in that chat who said Bar's got to come on and play like he did last season? Well, he's made a bloody good start of it, hasn't he? 68th minute here. Bar has come on, and unfortunately for us here at Norwich City, has gone and made a bit of a difference here, latching onto the ball after a poor couple tackles from Kellen Fisher. So we have Norwich City still leading 2-1, but with some key players now off the pitch, as we were looking to close the game out. Will we be able to hold on? I think Ante is going to have a great season, but against Millwall, he really underwhelmed me. If Makama makes an impact here, you never know. Yeah, it's very true. And also, as I say, I think Emi Marcondes as well is in a good shout to take that position off of Cernak. I like Cernak. You know, he was. I think he was one of the highest scorers for a teenager last season in the Championship. And you know, he really got to a point where he looked comfortable and was starting to really be in the right positions, get good shots off, get goals. His goal against Blackburn, for example, was really well taken. But if he's not performing, he's now in a squad where there is players who absolutely will take that position. So Watford foul here, looking to all get a bit stuck into Fisher, and it's all a little bit of handbags at dawn here. All a bit of nonsense there. Jurisic needs to come on now, or I'm going to start to become concerned. Yeah, I am, because I don't really see how he breaks into the team if he doesn't play in the team tonight, and kind of show us that he can do it more than just in training. Elliot Precision, you predicted 2-1 to Norwich. All right, fair enough. Then we'll hold fire. Maybe this is it. I can't do pens. I can't do it. Mr. Electrons Brown, what minute is it? We're up to 69. Well, we're basically on the 70th minute now. I believe it was yourself who said about Mr. Barr, and yeah, well, he has come on and made the impact that you were desiring, and slightly starting to throw my blood pressure up a little bit. So thank you for that. Football lad, what happened in the Millwall game? Unfortunately, we are here with Tom Ince. Oh, and Darling does well to cut that one out. I'll tell you who can't come off right now. Bloody Harry Darling. As Watford are looking to take this corner and rile up their fans a little bit. In terms of the Millwall game, my friend, Mr. Football lad, we less spoken about that. We were overwhelmed and didn't play the formation correctly as Watford work it to the outside. And it's a whip shot there. Don't think that took a deflection. No, that has gone out. So that will be a goal kick for Norwich City. But yeah, it looks like we have learned a lot of our lessons from the Millwall game, even in this short period of time. Yeah, he's truly our only game changer. Well, I think him alongside Irakunda, I don't know what formation you guys are really kind of playing now that he's come on, but they're linking up well. I mean, you've got some talent there. You know, it could hopefully click for you guys just after the 90 minutes today is up. You know, leave it till the weekend now. So Grimshaw playing a little bit of mind games, winding up the Watford fans here in their home stadium by not really looking to take the goal kick too soon. But he's taken it at the right time. Makama there, easily knocking it on, but unfortunately Marcondes had just run behind it. Why does part of me want to go to pens? Just because how chaotic and funny they will be, as both teams are horrible at pens in the nicest way. It is the nicest way, and you are totally right. We are shocking, and as a few of the Watford fans have already confirmed, they're shocking as well at finishing. So as I say, we'd probably go 30 pens each before we even see someone score. Ksenian here with the throw-in on the halfway line. Throws it long. Makama looking for it, but it's knocked out, and we will take another throw-in to Norwich about halfway into the Watford half. Dan Broom, this will be a good test of the defence. It will. This is where we stand up and stay strong. And let's all remember last season when we conceded, we kind of all sat there and went, well, this is inevitable. We could easily score, we could easily concede 2 or 3 more. So hopefully we see something very different, that we now shore up the defence and either get back on the front foot or see the game out. Knocked on ball here. Marcondes still running and running and running. I think that's actually Schwarzau, sorry. Schwarzau trying to prove me that he shouldn't be taken off, but I just want to see Euro 6 play at least 15 minutes now, because we're getting on for the 72nd minute. So it is a foul here on Jacob Wright. Nunes standing over the free kick. Norwich now not looking to take any of our set pieces too quickly. Why would we? Let's keep it calm. It looks like we are going to make some changes here. It looks like it's going to be just one more change this time. I believe that is Mr. Gibbs coming on for Schwarzau. So it's an interesting one. I'm going to wait before I change the formation. I just want to kind of see how it settles down, because would we be putting Gibbs in a kind of floating 10 role? Let's see. Let's see what happens, and then we'll update the team on the left-hand side. Look at that. I got it spot on this time. God, I'm learning. So Nunes now standing over the free kick, still not taking any rush here. Plays it to right, little interjection of play. Watford now looking a lot more on the front foot in terms of the press. Good to see, putting in the effort, not letting this game slip away, especially now they've got one up. Grimshaw goes long, Makama can't knock it down, but the second ball is won by Marcondes, who rushes it. Could have taken a touch there, could have gone into space, but the ball is won back by Nunes now on the halfway line. And Fisher, taking his time, picks out Gibbs, and Gibbs interchange there. Nice with Nunes, but Gibbs not quite got the pace. Makama, though, will put the pressure on the goalkeeper. Played forward here. Jacob Wright looking to just keep the press on. Norwich pressing really well and knocking the ball out there for a Watford throw. That means Euro 6 will not play this game if Gibbs come on unless Marcondes is replaced. That's the only thing I can think as well. But and whether that would then see a formation change, I'm not sure. Gibbs does seem to be playing the same role as Schwarzau, so I'll throw him in now, so that we've got the live up-to-date team. But yeah, very interesting choice. As Sky decide to cut their bloody broadcast. So I'm flying blind. I'm sure we all are at the minute. Thank you, Sky, for continuing to be terrible. And we come back, and Watford have somehow won a foul. It was Cipriani who was on the floor, but somehow he was fouled. He committed a foul. I have no idea what's going on. Sky are terrible. This is why we all come here, and we enjoy having a bit of fun together, rather than the frustration of watching bloody Sky Sports. Anyway, we will just quickly update the position and formation. We will get Mr. Gibbs into Schwarzau's role, so that you guys have the live up-to-date team nice and easy. So we'll put this position to the back. As Watford are coming forward here, though, I will pay attention. That's a dangerous ball. Grimshaw had to pay attention. Didn't know whether to come to it. Did gather it in the end, but that was a naughty little ball there from Watford's number 2. Really, really lovely little sideways pass, just scything into the 6-yard box. Just put Gibbs in there. There we go. There's his little face. And we will bring this back to the front. And we'll get this downloaded. Do not want to copy the link, thank you very much. Not sharing it in that way. The Ipswich away game will apparently be on ITV. Yes, it will. I will still be here. I won't be able to attend the game because I don't have a season ticket, so there's no way I'm getting a ticket. But I will be here. So please do come join me if you're not able to get to the stadium. It's going to be good fun. Oh, it's going to be good fun. Because we're going to win. Just saying it right now. Doesn't matter. We could lose every game in between. As a little ball here, knocked in by Marcondes, into looking for Makama. Schlupp will now, very slowly I'm sure, take the throw in from the far side. Let me just make sure I've got this updated. So we've got our updated team. There we go. Okay, so gutted that we won't see Jurisic. Really wanted to see what he's about. Yeah, me too. I'm not really sure how he's going to be playing himself into this team. He's just going to have to put in the work on the, on the odd chances he does get, and on the training field to just kind of prove that he can now beat, I think, well, Emmy, Oscar, Cernak, Kvistgaard. There's so many players that Jurisic has now got to get ahead of. Who's the better team? Elliot, to be honest, Watford have looked a lot better, especially since getting the goal and especially since Barr came on. But overall, I think Norwich have still just been the better team. We've settled down a lot more now as we start to approach the 80th minute and get into the last ebbings of this game. This match finishes 2-1 for Norwich, yes or no? David, I think so. We don't seem to be offering too much threat at the other end. But we're dealing with what Watford are throwing at us pretty comfortably. But knowing my record of jinxing stuff, I've probably just ruined it for Norwich fans, so my apologies. Callum Fisher here, playing it onto Marcondes, fighting for it, but does lose it on the halfway line. The press isn't as heavy now, so I think we're just seeing this one out, if I'm being honest. Would love a cup run. To be honest, Dan, so would I. I quite like a nice, easy cup game at the end of this month at home to maybe one of the lower down teams, where we could still rotate, build up some confidence, and then get like maybe a Prem team in the third round. I think that would be nice for the fans as Watford win a corner here on the far side. I do love a cup run. I love it, guys. I love it. The FA Cup, I love that at the winter. I love a Bovril when you're playing bloody Tamworth Rovers at Carrow Road. Come on, City, indeed, Jude. Come on, City, indeed. Doncaster Rovers now 3-0 up the Canary against Middlesbrough. Fantastic for the Donnies. Fan-bloody-tastic. We'll do a little run through of the scores on the doors come the end of the game, because we should then have everyone's updated scores by that point. And I'll stick around for a little bit of time before leaving you guys to crack on with your evening. And we'll have a bit more of a chat and have a look ahead to Plymouth, Portsmouth. It's all on the south coast. It's all the same. Poor corner there from Watford. Headed straight over, unfortunately. Good hands from the Watford fans who caught that one. But hey-ho. Don't score again, Watford. Please don't. I'm sweating my absolute nut off. So, penalties would send me over the edge. I'll be a bucket on the floor. NCFC for life, Jude. Absolutely there with you. You cut me, I bleed yellow, and I should probably go and see a doctor about it, really. Let's be honest. Do you have a season ticket? No, unfortunately I don't. I was talking about it a bit earlier. I've been a fan since I was 12, since we moved up to the county, as Grimshaw lumps a ball forward that's going to bounce through to the Watford goalkeeper here. No, centre-back's going to take it. And unfortunately, I've still just not put myself on the waiting list. I quite prefer an away game. I've got a membership. I still get a good chance, because I go normally by myself to the Carrow Road games. I get a good chance, an opportunity to steal a good few tickets anyway. The single tickets by themselves. Middlesbrough's losing, still that's the best get out of jail free card, as my uncle's a Middlesbrough fan. So if we lose to them or we have a stinker one game, that's my defence. Good man. Yeah, you got to build them up. That's why I was quite happy that Ipswich are already dropping points and struggling now against Bromley. Elliot, we don't normally play well away from home. No, we've struggled really. We've relied a lot on home form for a good 2 seasons. It's good to see us kicking off our away performances, with a very good performance. And let's not forget that right now, Canary fans. We're all loving this. If the worst comes to worst, this has still been a brilliant performance for 81 minutes. Cheers for the watch along. So much better than Sky Commentary. Dan, I really appreciate it. I'm trying my best to be as better as basically the bottom of the barrel. I'm hoping to be a little bit more of the cream of the crop. I just enjoy it. I love football, and we all know that Sky are just bloody useless and overpaid. I've had one for 4 years and I'm 9. Jude, fair play to you, young man. You will continue to be a Norwich City fan for many, many a year, I'm sure. But remember, it's about the downs as much as the ups. It's not just about when we're doing well, all right? If we ever see each other in League One, you better still be there. But don't worry, you'll be 60 and I'll be long dead, all right? Norwich here with Callum Fisher on the far wing, playing nicely here, slipping it to Makama. What an absolute unit this young man is. Doing well, holding the ball up and winning a foul right by the corner flag. So we've got basically a corner here for Norwich. I'll be honest, I only found D something? I'll let you finish off. So yeah, Callum Fisher getting a little bit of stick here. Royal wind up at the tender age of, what is he, 19, 20? Doing very, very well today. Norwich taking their time. No need to rush. It's an opportunity to whip a ball in. I only found you today, but I'm definitely coming back. Really appreciate that, my man. If you're a TikTok user, do get yourselves over there because I do also put quite a bit of content out there, especially around Norwich. Sorry, I just realised I was that wasn't a compliment. Keep it up, OTBC. No, mate, I'm joking. I just love to rinse Sky for it, and yet I still pay my bill. Why am I doing this? Kevin Fisher now is coming off. We will have one last substitute. It's Jurisic. He's coming up. Hang on. Oh, Jurisic is going to be playing right wing back. Oh, do I like this? Do I hate this? We will come to see. So Jurisic is going to be getting a royal 8 minutes to show us what he's all about. So we will update the team for the last time tonight. Hopefully we will update with one more goal to Norwich, but we will have to wait and see. We'll let this ball come in first though. Nice whip ball. Oh, Harry Darling. Good header. Strong hands from Sevic. He was right at him, to be fair, but he had to make the save. Goes long. Oh, looking for Irakunda, who's making a mess of it here. Causing issues. Doing really well, Irakunda. Can he cut back? Can he find the Watford man? He goes back to Bar. Bar now. Gets it into the midfield. Looking for Bar again. Brilliant from Medic. Very calm play. Love that from Big Yakov. So Harry Darling nearly scoring. Yakov doing well to cut that one out and stay calm. And Grimshaw rushing out. Unlike you, Vlavic, stick it out of the bloody stadium next time the ball gets put through the back line. Anyway, we'll all calm down and we'll put Jurisic in at right wing back. Okay. See what he can do, the young man from there, as the corner is headed out once again, unfortunately, for Watford fans here. It's going to come back in, though. Goes to the back post. Oh, it's an overhead kick. It's acrobatic. I'll be honest. It's terrible. It wasn't causing any problems. But he's had a go. He has had a go. Irakunda is he's won a corner for it as well. Fair play to him. He is a very confident young man, and fair play. So, here we go. Watford looking to take another corner. Sorry, I keep jumping my leg because I'm getting a little bit nervous as the ball comes in. It's knocked away again. Very strong defence from Norwich. But the ball is still in the attack here for Watford. Irakunda. Oh, God, I thought that had snuck in. Wow, that is a rasper of a shot from the young man. He has not lost his confidence all game, even though Watford have struggled. And he has put that one just wide there of Grimshaw's net. Didn't like that. Jurisic on for Fisher. Yes, liking that. As we see, we are updated. I will get this right one day. The bloody desk is behind me. I should know which side it is. Yeah, really good to see that we are at least going to see a little bit of Jurisic today, albeit a very tiny, tiny time. Let's go. Absolutely. Really clean to see him. I was going to go to the Norwich versus Watford 3 years ago when we won 3-0, but I was at my cousin's. Oh, it's a shame, Jude. Was that the one with the scorpion kick from Big Sarge? Correct me if I'm wrong. I watched that one after playing a lot of good pool with some mates. Jurisic actually playing. Yeah, I know. Let's see what he can do. You know, hopefully he can at least make a bit of a name for himself in these last 8 minutes. As Makama is doing well to pester the Watford defence and goalkeeper. We're coming up to 85 minutes now. Norwich seeing this game out very comfortably. I've just subscribed. Jude, thank you very much for your subscription, mate. That's very appreciated. I will see you hopefully back here on Saturday for the Portsmouth game if you are free to join us. Dan, Jurisic wing back when we need to see it out is risky a shout. I feel that as well. I didn't want to say it because I don't want to talk it into existence. But you know, hopefully these extra muscles he's got are going to do well in defence. As Jacob Wright here has done really well to get the ball back down in the attacking half. Watford caught a little bit out here, and Schlupp, he's dancing with them. Really experienced here. Jacob Wright whipping it in from the angle, looking for, I believe that might have been Jurisic trying to sneak in the back post. So maybe it's not a bad shout. So, where are we at? Well, of course, good. I will see you back, Jude. We're still at about 35 viewers. Guys, we've held between 30 and 40 viewers most of this live stream. That's incredible. Really, really incredible. We've got about 2,000 views on my my video for the Millwall matchday vlog. I really appreciate all the support. It's great being back into this. I'm loving life. And it always helps when Norwich are winning. So hopefully we can keep this going. It's corner to Norwich City. 86 minutes on the clock. Nunez to take this one. He's played really well today. Really, really well as well. especially when he's obviously got some stiff competition. Whips in. Harry Darling again. It's a bit of a mess here. It's going to come out to Liam Gibbs, who hopefully has now found a bit of a home, but he's lost the ball there. Oh, he's done really well, though. Getting back at his man and fighting for the ball. Oh, it's Marcondes, apologies. All of these lads have gone to the same bloody hairdresser on Prince of Wales, and they've all got bloody short back and sides. What are we doing? Kit Atkinson, just subscribed. Cracking content, lad. Kit, thank you very, very much, my friend. Really appreciate the subscription, and great to have you on board. Can't appreciate the kind comment as well. Watford winning the ball back here in their defensive half. I was at Millwall game. It was a shame. It really was. It would have been lovely to start the season with the 3-1 win that I was predicting, but we can't have it all. That is football for you guys. Grimshaw goes long. McCarmer is a real threat now. Oh, and he's done really well. He's dummied the ball there, but he's handballed it. All right, fair enough. He dummied the ball. He did really well to panic the Watford player into knocking the ball, and just stood back and let it hit him, unfortunately on the arm. I think today was the perfect time for a cup game to raise confidence and get Manning an insight for who he wants for Pompey. Massively agree with you, Arthur. As a ball is whipped in here, but yet again, Harry Darling clearing it, and Crescenian, we'll come to this in a minute, Crescenian winning a free kick brilliantly there. This is the perfect thing that all of us Norwich fans could have asked for. Looking like a win, 88 minutes in now. Hopefully there shouldn't be too much stoppage time, but we have taken the piss a little bit when it comes to our dragging out the play. This is the perfect thing that we needed ahead of the weekend, and especially after a bit of a rough one last weekend. Crescenian, I want to shout out to him. He's going to play the full 90. He gets a lot of stick sometimes for his touch and maybe not being the best passer. And I was a bit worried, really, when he was going in at left centre back. He has played an absolute blinder today. He's looked really, really comfortable, and that again epitomises it. Little touch away from the player, commits to going over the leg and wins a free kick when Watford were looking to cause us some problems. Do you think it's possible for one more goal? I think so, but I'll be honest, I think it's more going to come from Watford though if it does, and it will probably be on the counter, because Norwich look, that we're taking chances where they come to get a shot off, but really we're just looking to see this one out, and that's really good for a young squad. That's really impressive to see some real maturity as Grimshaw now plays at Crescenian. Please don't mess up after I just praised you to the high hill. Finds Schlupp now, who's got all the experience in the world, finds Darling. Lovely little dummy, takes it back to Grimshaw, and Norwich again, just using the space just to use up the time. We always win at Vicarage Road. Well, we're keeping up that bloody record, aren't we, my friend? We really are, which is good to see. Gotta absolutely love it. NCFC, the best team for me. Norwich City. Callum Doyle. Gotta bring him back. Come on. 8 million quid. We can all have a little whip round, can't we? We can get that. That'd be all right. Back up to just over 40 viewers. Again, great to have you all in here joining us today. Really appreciate it. The likes are creeping up as well. I really appreciate you guys just taking that little bit of time just to hit the like button below, wherever it may very well be, on your phone or your laptop or your computer. The support's fantastic. It just really helps us continue to grow and have a bit of fun all together. As Watford look to bring this forward a little bit, we get into the last minute of normal time. We'll soon be told what stoppage time we will have to endure, as Norwich try to dig in the tackles. But I believe that's Irukunda again. It is, and what a little run from the young man. Great little play. You got yourselves there, Watford. He's causing problems. Maybe Crescenian is going to find his feet there and maybe get Cordoba out the squad. To be honest, mate, Cordoba wasn't brilliant. I think he didn't look as confident at being the ball-playing player that Medic and Darling are. And I think Crescenian's played that role really well today. We don't live in Norwich. It's on north of the city. Obviously won't give you the exact postcode. Just in case anyone wishes to. Watford having a bit of a flash shot here. And that's not going to go all the way out, I don't think. If it does, it will be a goal kick for Norwich. And that is a corner. Okay, it is a corner for Watford. North of the city, my friend. So I am pretty much right in the city. And only a nice walking distance to all of my favourite public houses. And also, of course, the hallowed ground of Carrow Road. Watford now, whip this one in. Not had the best of time. Grimshaw does well, comes out and punches. And that's going to get closed down here with Barr on the outside of the box. Does well, though, finding Loser, who tries to whip one in. Closed really nicely by Marcondes. Irukunda still full of beans and confidence, skipping past a couple players and finding Loza. That's a heavy touch, and that's really well won there. I can't see who that is. Oh, and that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant play from Norwich. That's Jurisic. It is Jurisic who's done really well, nipping in, winning the ball, does a little touch away from Loza and buys a free kick there. Really, really well done, young man. Please, can this be the season where we see this lad do well? Please, please, please. Who do you reckon we'll get in the second round? Ooh, well, let's put it out there, right? We're going to be in the second round. How would we feel about doing a little bit of a live stream for 30-40 minutes tomorrow to watch the draw live? If anyone's down for that, throw it in the comments. I'm down for it, to be honest. Who would I want? I think that's the big one. When we get to the end of the game, NCS FC supporter, I'll let you know, all right? Let me see who's in the squad. Because I don't want to say a team and then we flick over and they've lost 4-0, you know what I mean? So we are into about halfway now through the stoppage time of 4 minutes that flashed up a little while ago. Watford now winning a free kick in their defensive half, very deep in it as well. Obviously now probably looking to throw the absolute book and the entire bookshelf at the Norwich defence now, as Loza whips a lovely ball. Caught that one a little bit rough, but it's out to Barr now, who's causing more problems. Will probably go for the shot. He's gone for the cross. Great defence yet again, I think, there from Medic. All of the Norwich defenders high-fiving each other. It's going to be a corner, so Watford will look to create something. Yes, yes. All right, fine. I will see you guys here. I'll check all the timings and we will get a new one scheduled in here. Now, Loza whips one in. It's knocked in. Grimshaw, though, lovely from Grimshaw. Comes out, claims the ball, falls on his arse. Absolutely love it. Yeah, have a rest, mate. Have an absolute rest. Ipswich are losing. No, behave. Oh, hello. Oh, my God, they are terrible. They are the worst thing on the face of the planet since a chocolate bloody teapot. Oh, what a life, what a day, what an absolute magical night this could end up being for us Norwich fans. As Makama now chases the big long ball and he wins it, and he's so strong. Look at him, 21-year-old boy, holding the ball up. Marcondes is play on, Schlupp has got the ball. Jacob Wright, this is lovely from Norwich now, just playing little interchange balls. Schlupp buys himself a free kick, up deep in the Watford half, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Man United done that horribly. They're in the next round. Joke Chester United. I love that. Love that from you. No, I'm not seeing Ipswich losing. I'm being honest. I think you lot are absolutely royally winding me up here. Do not get me ahead. Or was it a goal that was drawn off? Shall I give you your dues? All right. You're not trying to get my hopes up. You're just a little bit out of it there. Here we go. Right, so Norwich taking their absolute time, as always. Well, not as always, obviously just as always in this situation. No need to rush. Nunes back heels into Makama. Makama is not going to be losing that easily. It is going to be a throw-in, though, to Watford. Throw it into their centre-back there, who he's got to go long. Got to go long. Has now gone long. Gibbs is under it. Nice little ball back forward. And the ref blows full time. It's Norwich City 2, Watford 1. Thank you again to those Watford fans who joined today, but unfortunately you have lost today to the Mighty Canaries. What do we think of Ipswich? Love it, guys, love it. Keep it going, reel it off, reel it off. Yeah, unfortunately for the Watford fans, it is a 2-1 loss, but for us Mighty Canaries, we're into the second round. We will run through the final scores once we've got them up on the system and we can see what is going on. And yeah, we get our season a little bit more back up and running. This season, last season, our first win came away to Coventry. I was at that game, and that was a very, very fun game. There is a vlog of it if you wish to watch something else this evening and be reminded of further away wins. And we have started this season away on the road with a win. Guys, let me know what you thought of it. I'm just going to get a couple little links up so that we can have some stuff to talk about. We'll have a look at how SofaScore, which is just the site that I particularly use. We'll have a look at how they scored the game, how they scored all the players. We'll have a chat about what we thought the players' ratings should be. We hate Ipswich, we hate Ipswich, we hate Ipswich, we hate Ipswich. And we will, we will also have a look at obviously who has come in. A lot of the final whistles now going off around the EFL Cup this evening, and then yes, absolutely, I will give you a bit of a guesstimate of who I would love to have in the next round, because Norwich have booked themselves a second round little tourney. Love it, absolutely love it. So, as we say, lovely to see all the yellow and green. Flood those comments, guys. You absolutely enjoy yourselves. That is first win for Manning. Absolutely, Dubai Canary. Yeah, and it is a big one. You know, it's good to get that one over the line. Obviously, there wasn't doubts. I don't think anyone should be doubting. The decisions that we've made with the new manager, all the new players and stuff, off the back of one game, obviously. But of course, it just gives the confidence. Lovely to see all of the away players going over to the away fans. Tons of them still in the stand there as well. You know, it's a long old journey to be making on a Tuesday night. Many, of course, would have been either booking themselves off work for half a day or just biting the bullet and looking forward to a disgusting shift tomorrow. Marcelino, we will absolutely. We're going to run through everyone, Alfredo, but I fully agree with that shout. Brilliant. Probably one of those unsaid players, but he was fantastic today. Really fantastic. Just going to turn down the absolute nonsense of Sky going on in my ears there. I was really, really happy and really, really impressed with him today. Look, let's go through it. So for score, as I say, is where I'm taking the statistics. We'll kind of use it as a guide, and we'll say, do we think that's fair or not? So we'll start with Dan Grimshaw. SofaScore's got it down as a 6.5. I think it's probably about right. He did most of what he needed to do, pretty all right. I don't think he could have done much about the Watford goal. Fantastic shot from Barr at the angle. Made a couple good saves, but didn't really have a lot to do. Kevin Fisher at 6.2, I think is a bit harsh. I don't think he did particularly bad. Obviously, he picked up his yellow card. For the goal, he was at fault, flying in for a couple tackles that just weren't there. But que sera. They do also have Jakov Medic down at a 6.4, which I think is a bit ridiculous. Had a good couple shots on target. I think he played well on the ball. I'm not really seeing that one. Again, maybe the yellow card flurrying it down. Now, here's the first stat that I probably would really agree with. Harry Darling at a 6.9. Absolutely superb. I'd probably have it at maybe a 7.1, 7.2. Brilliant play for him today. Brent Crescent, 7.2. Again, I'd fully agree with it. I think he was brilliant today. I think Cordoba should be thinking about playing really well in training this week, because he's going to have to earn his spot on Saturday. Moving to the midfield, Nunez an 8.8. You know what? He got a goal. He played fantastically well. Would I have him that high? Maybe not. But of course, that means they've got him as man of the match. I think it's fair play. I think he played incredibly well. I think he's proven exactly that we don't need to worry much about our midfield. We've got Topic, we've got Kenny, we've got Nunez, we've got bloody Marcondes we know can play there. We've still got Slimani at the club, but probably going to leave. We've got some fantastic midfield options now that we're not just relying on Kenny McLean and Marcelino Nunez. Big Papa Diallo, 2 assists. SofaScore only having him down at 7.5. I'd have him with an 8. I don't think he put a foot wrong. I think he did fantastically well defensively. I think he did really, really well creatively. He was constantly a nightmare for the Watford defence, and he's my man of the match by far. Emil Conde's down at 6.3. That's ridiculously harsh. So much unsaid. Sort of unrewarded things have gone into that performance from Emmy. Constantly helping Sarge, close down the front line, really causing problems for Watford. Shortau at 6.3, probably fair, could easily be a 6 to be honest. Wasn't good at all in the first half, got a little bit better in the second half. And then Big Josh Sargent, 7.3. He got his goal, but yeah, 7.3 is probably about right. Didn't do too much else, had a couple good shots, but that was it. Jacob Wright got a 6.9, pretty much I'd agree with that. I think he probably offered a bit more in the second half than what some players did. Jeffrey Schlupp getting a 6.5. I'd say that's just basically an average performance, and that's probably about right. McCarmer, I'd say, probably deserves a bit more than a 6.3, maybe a 6.6 or a 6.7, because I think he was really important in those last 5 to 6 minutes. Being the outlet for us to lump the ball forward to, and being an absolute stonewall up at the top, being able to run down the clock. Liam Gibbs, 6.5, yeah, fine. Standard performance, really. An average performance for the small time he was on. And then Jurisic getting a 6.7 in his 8-minute cameo. Probably a 6.5. You've played 8 minutes. You can't really earn more than a 6.5 unless you go and score or get an assist. But what I did see, good touches, willing to run around and not scared to throw himself into a tackle. Let's have a look what you guys have put. Love it. He looks good. He looks fine. Sergeant's on my mind, and he's number 9. Absolutely, NCFC supporter. Papa does deserve an 8 between an 8 and a 9. I'd probably settle on an 8 if I'm being honest. I think that's probably fair. But 2 assists. How can you beat him up? Otherwise. What would you rate? What do you want the 11 to look like on Saturday? I think you could see how Krusenian does at centre-back. All right, let's run through it. So for me, I would be going for Vlahovic in goal still. I think you need to maintain him being the first goalkeeper for at least the first 10 championship games. Absolutely, Medic, Darling, Krusenian. I think that centre-back pair, that centre-back trio is brilliant. Big Papa at left wing-back has to be. I'd then like to see Callum Fisher start at right wing-back. I want to see Topic and Wright at midfield. I would like to then see, obviously, Sargent up front. Now, who do I want as our 2 floating number 10s? I want Marcondes if he's fit. And I also want to see Kvistergaard if he's fit as well. That I think is a disgustingly good team, and I think that is one that if we had a Portsmouth fan in here, they'd be pretty scared to see that one coming at them. We'll quickly run through the other scores on the doors, guys. For those still here, appreciate you sticking with after the game has finished, and for those who've now headed out, absolutely. Appreciate you joining. I think McCarmer could play number 10 and absolutely number 9, to be honest. NCFC supporter. I think he's similar to Cernak. He'll kind of float between the two, and he'll do what is needed. So we have progressing to the next round with Norwich City. Swansea City, they won 3-1 against Crawley. We also have Preston, who won 1-0 against Barrow. Doncaster, who beat Middlesbrough 4-0. Millwall ended up winning 1-0. Perfect start to their season. Very good for them against Newport County. Stockport won 3-1 against Crewe Alexander. Accrington Stanley go through after a 2-1 win against Peterborough. Bradford go through after beating Blackburn 2-1. Port Vale go through after winning 1-0 away to Blackpool. Bristol City won 2-0 against Milton Keynes Dons. Cambridge United won 2-0 away to Bristol Rovers. Cardiff City won 2-1 against Swindon Town. So far, no one going to penalties. It's very impressive to see. Charlton were 3-1 winners against Stevenage at home. Mansfield Town won 2-0 against Chesterfield away. Coventry City were able to beat Luton Town 1-0 with an Ellis Sims goal just before the 58th minute. Gillingham and AFC Wimbledon drew 1-1 and currently have Wimbledon 3-2 up on penalties. Grimsby Town 3-1 up against Shrewsbury Town. Lincoln City 3-1 against Harrogate, they won. Wycombe Wanderers won 1-0 against Leyton. Southampton won 1-0 against Northampton. Oxford won 1-0 against Colchester United. Plymouth Argyle beat Queen's Park Rangers 3-2. They came back from 2-0 down. What a brilliant result for Plymouth down in League One. Reading were able to win 2-1 away against Portsmouth. Good news for Norwich City fans there. Portsmouth obviously started their season well, but had a little bit of a knock there in the Cup. Salford lost on penalties against Rotherham. Stoke City are currently 1-1 on penalties with Walsall. Tranmere Rovers and Burton Albion didn't go ahead. Norwich City winning 2-1. We've got Derby 2-0 up on penalties against West Brom. Could be another cup set there. Wigan won 1-0 against Notts County. Wrexham versus Hull was a 3-3 game. Another Hollywood game for Wrexham, where they came back from 3-1 down by scoring the 91st and 92nd minute. What a game that is. And they're currently 4-3 up on penalties. Bromley are still drawing against Ipswich Town, and that game is looking like it's going to go to penalties. Right, let me come back to your comments, guys. McCarmer, Kvistergaard and Sargent is deadly. It's disgusting, mate. It's not even just deadly. It's just vile. It shouldn't happen. It should be illegal. I think that is a scary, force there. I've got to get a little bit distracted, and we're on 19 likes at the minute. Anyone who hasn't liked the stream, if you wouldn't mind liking it to hit 20, that would be very, very much appreciated. Then there's a triangle. Yeah, absolutely. What number plus channel is Ipswich on? I'm not 100% sure. If you have got the Sky Sports app on your phone, it will be on there, on Sky Plus. Let me just see if I can get it up. Oh, I can. Oh, here we go. Right, the game isn't finished yet. Here we go, live report. We're doing double duty, guys. We've done Norwich's game, now on to Ipswich. Have you got the Ipswich pens on yet? No, I've just stuck it on. Thank you guys for reminding me that obviously we can do that. I just also want to give you guys an answer to who I would like in the next round. I'd like a home fixture. I'd like to go to the game, especially midweek, and I'd like Lincoln. I'd like us to go play Lincoln City, start Jovan Makama, and let him go score a hat-trick against this old club. That would be nice, wouldn't it? So, Bromley coming forward here now. Late in this half here. Bromley! Oh! Bromley nearly scoring right in the last minute of stoppage time. Oh, to take it away from Ipswich. Ipswich are not having a good time, are they? Bloody hell. Bakama is going to be a secret weapon this season. I think he's going to be great. Him and Cernak coming off the bench, they are tall, big lads who absolutely can, they've got pace, they've got strength. If they can get their finishing ability up, they could be absolutely fantastic. Thank you again for the 20th like. That's very kind of you. I know it's all a little bit silly, of course it is, but it does really, really help. Obviously, the more interaction that streams have, the more they get pushed out to other people who might be interested. We've done fantastically well. The view counter over the course of this is getting us up about 700. By the time the stream's done, guys, this has been about 1,000 views, which is really, really impressive. Love the support. So Ipswich looking to bring it on the attack here. Can they break Bromley hearts? Ball in. Knocked away by a 7'4" monster of a centre-back there. And Bromley, oh, it is full time. We will have penalties. We will stay until the end of the penalties. For those who are still staying, appreciate you still being here. Should we watch Ipswich lose on penalties? Should we do that? Oh, go on then. Go on then. Why not? All for a bit of fun, really, isn't it? So Johnson was. So yeah, again, Ipswich having to rely on penalties here to be able to achieve anything in their lives. What a shame. We will see if we have yet another cup upset. Bromley Ipswich goes to penalties. Yeah, I know. What a brilliant day this is for Norwich fans. 2-1 win. New signing getting 2 assists. Pat Diallo. God, I'm going to be banging on about this man all week, I think. Anyone watching on what channel? If so, I don't know. I can't help. Sorry. Right, predictions. I want to hear it from all of you guys. What is the predictions for the penalties? Give me your honest predictions and then give me your Norwich City prediction. My honest prediction, probably 3-2 to Ipswich. My Norwich prediction, it will be 3-0 to Bromley. Just see if any other penalty shootouts have now finished. So Wrexham have been able to make it through after their Hollywood end to the game. They won 5-3 on pens. Rotherham beat Salford 3-2 on pens. Who else we got on penalties? AFC Wimbledon won 4-2 on pens. They knock out Gillingham. And that looks like it at the minute. I thought Ipswich was favourites for the league, but they can't even beat Bromley without pens, and they still haven't won yet. Absolutely. Let's have a look at this team as well. What's their lineup looking like? Al-Hamdi, Jack Clark playing, Connor Chaplin, Ogbene, Wolferdine, Leif Davies started. All right, Ashley Young started as well. What a laugh that is. We signed bloody Jeffrey Schlupp and they signed Ashley Young. Oh, it's banter, isn't it? That's not a terribly weakened Ipswich side either, to be honest. Obviously, I'm none the wiser with the Bromley team, to be honest. But it could be a strong side for them. It could not. 4-2 to Bromley. I'd love to see an NCFC supporter. So the coin flip is done. It looks like Bromley have decided the side that they're going to kick penalties from. Respectfully to Bromley, there's not too many stands, there's not too many fans, so I don't think the advantage really is to choose which side you're going to kick from. I think it's probably more here the advantage of choosing whether you want to go first or last. Right, I have just noticed the surname of Bromley's goalkeeper is Long. So unfortunately, we all know how this is going to go. He probably will drop every single penalty into his own net. Norwich prediction 3-0 after. Love it. Bromley, honest prediction. 3-0 Bromley. Yeah, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Why not? Why not? It's the cup, you know? And Ipswich don't care, remember, guys. They are going to be telling us all week. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. So they don't care. They won't even go and kick the ball. They won't. They're just, whatever. Sky Sports' main event, it is. Yeah, I know. I've got an Ipswich fan at work, and God, that's all he tells me. Oh, we're on Sky, first game of the season, cup game, next game of the season. Like it means something. So, it's entertaining football. I'm like, it's a bloody comedy. That's what it is. Right, Ipswich to take the first penalty. Sam Long, who scored the penalty against Birmingham on Friday, steps up, getting waved at by the Bromley fans. The Bromley massive. Go on. Ho! Hey! Oh, it's saved! Bromley with the perfect start. Ipswich are 0-for-1 in the penalty shootout. Oh, could it happen? Could it happen? Oh, lovely save. Lovely save. Not the best of penalties. Reasonably in the middle. But what a save there from the keeper, Long. Well, so far, what are we on predictions? You guys are all on it. You're all on it. Bloody yes, come on. Here we go then. Bromley stepping up, looking to make this a 1-0 lead at the start of this penalty shootout. Oh! Get in the absolute bin. What a pen that is. No heat in those veins, pure ice. And he's rifled it into the absolute top left. Is that top bins? Not quite. But he's smashed that home. Come on, Bromley. Bromley. Jesus. Here we go then. Sammy Szmodic, formerly of Blackburn. Up steps. Can we maintain 3-0 Bromley as the prediction? Can't find it. So this will do. Come on, Bromers. I'll keep you updated, Dan. Don't you worry. So Sammy has stepped up. Oh, it's a little stutter penalty. Puts it into the opposite corner. Good penalty there, to be fair, from Sammy Szmodic. It is 1-1 with Bromley to step up for their second penalty now. Very, very lovely penalty, to be honest. Can't argue with that one. Why does he always look like he's going to cry? Is that the Ipswich effect? Is that because he has to live in Suffolk? Is that what it is? Just always looks terrified. So here we go. Bromley stepping up. Here to take their second penalty and maintain the lead. At the end of the day, all they've got to do now is just keep scoring, and they're through to the second round, which would be brilliant for the smaller club. Oh, it's not a great penalty. And Walton is able to save for Ipswich. So we are back to 1-1 here. With Ipswich now obviously got the chance to get it to 2-1 and put the pressure back on Bromley. Yeah, it's not the best of pens. Again, it's a little bit too middle. You're not getting it far enough into the side netting there to be side-footing it. Walton guesses right and makes a pretty comfortable save there for him. So, who we got stepping up? Number 18 stepping up now for Ipswich. It is Mr. Johnson. I believe Brennan Johnson, formerly of West Ham. He's not going to mess around. Slow walk up. Lovely pen. Sends the goalie the wrong way. Stares down the Bromley fans. A little bit weird to do that. Little bit weird. You're not him, mate. You're not him. Come on, Bromley, indeed. So, Bromley got to score to obviously keep it at 2-2 now. 4-2 is still on. That was my Norwich prediction. That was also the prediction of NCFC supporter. So, we're still on. We're not on for 3-0 Bromley anymore, Arthur, unfortunately. So, Bromley stepping up. Need a good penalty here to keep it level. Felt a little bit of a slip, but he sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. We are at 2-2. 3 penalties each, 1 missed, 2 both scored. It is going all right here for Norwich and Bromley fans. Little wink to his boys. So we have got Ashley Young, formerly of Manchester United, Aston Villa and Everton. 40-year-old man stepping up to take a penalty and hopefully not break his ankle. Oh, he's funded it home. Bloody hell, of course he has. Former England international Ashley Young has smashed that penalty pretty much into the side netting there. Oh, right into the corner of the far left post. Very, very good pen from Ashley Young. And we are at 3-2 Ipswich with Bromley to take their 4th penalty now. It's a very weird Ipswich squad, isn't it? I know they've still got a couple of people out, but doesn't feel as good as before. Oh, Bromley! Bromley make it 3-3. I'm losing my mind. I was one of the guys sitting next to you and chatting at the Millwall game. Didn't know you had a vlog. Keep up the good work and great to meet you. Jason, fabulous to see you. Look, I'm not a season ticket holder, my friends, but I will make sure I try and grab... I believe you may very well be a season ticket holder. There was a few of you obviously all chatting. It was lovely to chat with you. Yeah, hopefully I will see you there at that seat again. Here we go, Sam Long. Hope you sky it. The Bromley fans have got their phones out. Oh, that was very calm, cool and collected. Ashley Young, more like Ashley Old. Classic. Got to be done. That's a lovely pen from Chaplin. He's floated that in, to be honest, and he's just, again, sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. So, 4-3. Ipswich have taken all their penalties. Scored 4. Missed 1. Bromley need to score to take this to sudden death. Or knockouts, or whatever you call post 5 pens. Here we go. Left-footed, number 11 for Bromley. Quick run up. Oh, slips it under the keeper. Naughty little pen. Thanks for the shout out. I hope to see you soon. Absolutely hope to see you soon too, Jason. Yeah, it was really nice to have a chat with you guys. Yeah, the whole bunch of you guys up in that stand were really, really good bunch. I love. This is one of the reasons I also love not really being a season ticket holder. I get to kind of go all around all of the stands in, at Norwich. Sometimes, especially the cup games when it's empty, I'll just pick a random seat just to see what it's like. Unless it's behind a post, then we don't do that. So, El Hamadi, who is formerly a Bromley player according to Sky Sports, is here to break their hearts or send them hopefully the chance to win. Oh, what is saved! Ipswich are on the precipice of crashing out again from the EFL Cup in the first ever round they play of the season. Ashley Young is old enough to be McKenna's dad. He's old enough to be my granddad. Long makes his 2nd save. More saves than George Long has ever made for Norwich, fun fact. Here we go. A young looking lad with very beach blonde hair in a very cropped, curly hair. Steps up, quick run up. Norwich are through to the 2nd round. Ipswich are out of the 1st round. Have a little bit of that, guys. Oh my God, it is the perfect evening for all Norwich City fans. The phone can go away. Get Sky Sports off my bloody desk. I don't care anymore. Get in, lads. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna have a good day. I've got Blackburn fans at the office, gone. I've got an Ipswich fan at the office, gone on penalties to a newly promoted League 2 side. Oh, you gotta just drink it in. Just love this moment. I don't change my mind. I still want Lincoln in the 2nd round, and I want it to be at home. I want to be there. I want to be at the game. Yeah, I can't really afford to take any time off at work, unfortunately, to go and do a midweek away game. But yeah, what a game, what a time, guys. Love to see all the celebration in the chat as well. Yeah, fantastic, Tony. Fantastic MCFC support. Dubai Canary, Jason. Boys, it's been a perfect night. I'm going to have to bow out. We're about 2.5 hours in. There's still 13 of you guys in here. It's fantastic. For those who haven't, who are still in here, if you don't mind just dropping a little like, it really, really helps me out. Thank you again. If there's anyone that you think would be interested in the channel, please share it. My other socials are down here. I'm not as active on Twitter, but I'm slowly building it up. But just a massive, massive thank you to all of you guys. I've really, really appreciated your support tonight. I've loved it. This is the first live that has gone really well for us, and I'm hoping to see as many of you back here for Portsmouth away this Saturday. if you are not at the game and wish to join me again for another watch along. Thank you again, and I will see you in the next one and in the next content and over on my TikTok.